Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another crazy, chaotic Sunday here in Ages Past. I am AJ, your DM for tonight. With my party of 3 currently, we are down one of our players today due to real-life circumstances. But for those that are here, let us introduce the returning cast of our lovely warlock. That's you, dear.
Kayla. Okay. I know, sorry, my internet's lagging a little bit, so hopefully I don't cut out. My name is Kayla. I will be playing Valindra. She is the half-elf, half-tiefling, Pact of the Undying warlock, and she has the most adorable fitting fox in all of creation, and he is her very best friend and the mascot of the party and the true hero of this entire campaign, and his name is Winnie. And
everyone here supports that.
Yes, everyone here supports that, because Cody's not here to be like, no, he's a villain.
Yeah, so, yes, and second in our lineup, we have our wonderful foreign British gentleman.
Hello, my name's Scott, and I'll be playing Varkesh Stormcaller, the half-Dragonborn, half-Goliath Forge Cleric.
Yeah. Big, strong, and keeps us alive. MVP. Next, we would have had our savvy little rogue, but sadly he is not here, so instead we go to our last but not least favorite Fluffy.
Yeah! He's skeletal.
How dare you?
He's undead.
Oh, you meant the Winnie. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, my name is Connor. I will be playing Smoky Cloud Cindertongue, the half Fire Ganassi, half Tabaxi Abjuration Wizard.
Yes, and now when I say Fluffy, I kind of mean Gabriel Iglesias Fluffy kind of thing, so it's more than just tough.
I'm so goofy!
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more to it. But, yes, and now, of course, we stream every Sunday at 6:30 p.m., all the way up to around 10.
He is the favorite Fluff.
Yes. But we always stream on Sundays, and every time you spend with us, you are accumulating Hold-Up loyalty points. These can be spent on the game to influence the dice rolls for the players, to help give them that extra chance in case they roll some unfortunate nat 1s or need to just pass that one saving throw to make a TPK. So, make sure you spend them wisely, and of course you can also spend them on our Tuesday game, which also starts at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But with all the messages out of the way and introductions well in hand, I think we should dive into the recap from last week.
Don't say dive in.
Why not? Is it just too Australian for you?
Well, no, because we were...
What happened last time?
Well, I mean, it's very fitting. But I was just imagining you're just like, dive on in. But yes.
Dive on in.
Last week, the party was able to... Oh, dear me, I clicked the wrong thing. I'm just now suddenly, in the middle of it, we just have a dun going on. So yes, minus that. Last week, our party had successfully got the coin that was owed them for Varkesh's very ingenious use of Fabricate to form a bejeweled dagger for a customer, and to make sure he's not cheated by some very snooty elf. As the party also was able to explore the city a little bit, find some quirky individuals owning what looked to be a reagent shop for magic casters, and of course, learning about the 2 brothers, Bip and Bap, that were inside the Golden Lily for the Bylock City, enjoying a nice meal in a very luxurious, almost near kind of Cirque du Soleil performance style of dining. You were able to relax, rest, rejuvenate for the next day as you decided to head to one of the locks in order to treasure hunt. Dive down into the deep waters to see what treasures have been left untouched by the centuries. Now, as you went, you explored a few of the little nearby shallows to see if anything could pop up, finding just maybe a statue and nothing really of any other worth, before you decided to maybe try a deeper location. With the use of your cleric, you were able to part the waters, though it did pull the boat down into the depths with you. It was a nice little safe spot. As the
that was due to someone's driving skills, or the lack thereof.
Well, a perception was missed, but it was alright. As the boat actually turned out to be a good thing to have down there, as you now were able to not only have a place to return to get your breath of air every time you were exploring, but also a place to kind of reconvene and easily get back on the boat to the surface without much swimming or worrying about maybe running out of breath. Luckily, you looked around and found a few treasured items, some coin purses, and one interesting crystalline globe. But sadly, in your adventures, as you had cast light on a mace, you seemed to draw the attention of some of the remaining undead that had been kept in a dormant state at the bottom of the lake. They attacked the party, and Smokey nearly lost his life, but thankfully Varkesh came by to give the kiss of life, giving him enough air just to make it to the boat, as he also in turn was moving as fast as one can in full plate armor, kind of more like a trudging walk-swim. But you were able to successfully thwart the skeletons from pulling you down and keeping you to join their ranks, as other larger, more intimidating skeletons also tried to destroy your boat and bring you down to the murky depths. But with enough guile and luck, you were able to successfully take the boat right back up to the surface as you dropped the concentration of the spell, returning you now to the top, looking down at the clear waters after pushing away the Minotaur, but leaving one skull on the boat for you to perhaps use later.
Yes.
But after all that, you are now sitting on the rocking boat, everyone a little wet, and a little worse for wear, but safe.
I'm starting up the engine.
Starting up the boiler, alright.
I'm just laying flat on my back on the deck, just looking up to the sky.
Let it go exactly as planned.
No. No, it did not.
Yeah, I'm just driving to like the other side of the lake. I don't care what other side it is, the other side.
Okay, I mean, you kind of are semi in the middle, so yeah, I mean, roll a d8 for me for whatever you choose the other side to be.
Smokey, why don't we just go back to where we're supposed to be?
Where's that?
Where's that?
Where is that?
Do you mean Bylock or like a new place to dive?
No, like back to Bylock.
Okay.
I'm done diving for the day.
Yeah, me too. And he'll turn it in the direction of Bylock.
Alright. Steering the boat to Bylock, it doesn't take much time to get there. You find that you can get there within a couple minutes.
Well, during this time, Varkesh will get up from his prone position on the deck of the boat, take a knee, and he is going to pray to the almighty Daddy Dragon. Say, "Please, almighty Daddy Dragon, we are poor and we are hungry. Could you give us a fortune of gold, please? I would really appreciate it. Lots of love. Your favorite one. P.S. More money. Thank you." And I'm going to cast my channel divinity, and that's the
Wow!
You're doing divine intervention.
Yep.
Alright, the divine intervention.
I'm going to pray for my Jesus God.
Yes.
My Jesus.
Alright, it never hurts to ask. Go ahead and roll a percentile die for me, please.
If this works, I'm going to start following the Platinum Dragon.
DC is you have to roll below a 10, so 10 or below will do it.
Oh my God. Please. Please.
Sadly, the prayer doesn't seem to give any results as you look around, waiting patiently for the rain of gold coins, the sudden appearance of bars. No, it's quiet.
Just like nothing.
Varkesh, who are you talking to?
I'm now currently asking myself that same question.
Maybe if you didn't call him Daddy Dragon, he would listen.
I was asking for money.
Yeah, but I feel like calling a god Daddy Dragon is a little bit disrespectful.
Not really. I mean, the way I think of it, not really.
But see, the thing is, what about the way that he thinks of it, you know?
Thinks of us, or the way I talk?
The way of you calling him Daddy Dragon. instead of, oh, great revered one, or something like that?
Well, he hasn't smoted me yet. But the day is young.
Just gonna take a couple steps back from Varkash.
Just like hanging off the edge of the boat, just like...
Can I examine the armor and see if there's any type of like insignia or symbols or anything like that that will tell me like specifically what army fought in the battle? Like, was this a member of someone who served Dragon the Black, or was this somebody else? Or
make a history check with disadvantage.
Oh no!
Oh.
Disadvantage? Why would you do that to me? 11.
Well, I mean, either way, 11 for you. It's very hard to tell. The deterioration of the armor is quite apparent. Most of it is rusted and not very useful, and it's very hard to determine its make, origin, or perhaps even what it might have fit. It could have been a dwarf, it could have been a human. Hard to tell.
Hey, Valendra, can you take over steering for a second? I think I want to try and identify that thing that Rook found.
Yeah. Okay. I will take over steering. And can Rook help me?
Oh, Rook can absolutely help you. You can keep an eye out to make sure to not run into anything in this very wide, open expanse.
Thank you, Rook.
You go, not a problem. He goes right to...
Oh.
But you do see Rook going to the bow and opening all four of his eyes as he peers around. Go ahead, you cast Identify on the object, correct?
Yes. I have to make him a crow's nest.
Alright, are you going to be doing the ritual?
I will be doing the ritual, yes.
Alright, okay. So you spend 10 minutes to do this as you have the boat reaching the dock and able to... You see that your party members are able to park it safely, tie it off, and get it completely settled into the safe harbor. As you're still in the process of casting. It only took maybe about 5 minutes to get this all done, so you're still kind of doing this as everyone sits patiently and waits and watches the cat. But you're slow. If anyone wanted to do anything, you can, but at the moment, if left unchecked, you discover that the orb is magical, and it does resemble a drift globe.
Okay.
You might have to activate it to determine if something different might occur, but you get the sense that it does have the properties of speaking a word. It's a very simple word. It's an Elvish one for light. And then you're able to have it float. It'll hover close to you within 60 feet, and it will shed a light of about similar to the light spell, so 60-foot radius in total, 30-foot bright, 30-foot dim. And if you do speak the second word, you would activate it and cause it to do something. It's from what you know, it's a light, but it doesn't say just a bright light. It does say something interesting.
Can I tell if it requires attunement?
It does not.
Okay. For Kesh, I think this actually might be useful for you.
Oh, what is it?
Well, it's a little bit of a weird design, but I think it's basically a drift globe. So what it is...
Yes?
So what it is you hold it, and when you say a word, it starts to float, and it provides light, and then you don't have to carry it or anything, it just floats around you.
Ooh, that's kind of boring.
Yeah, well, I almost died for it, so, a little more hype would be nice. But as another feature, there's apparently a second word that if you say that, apparently, I'm not entirely sure what, but it produces a bigger light.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the second word?
Yeah.
Do you speak Elvish?
I speak Elvish.
I don't.
Okay.
But I identify it, I think gives me the word, though.
You get the word. You know it sounds something. The first one's very simple. It's Elil. And the second one, Elil. Elil. The second one sounds, it could be Elilala, Elilale. It's spelled very weirdly. It's got one of those AEs. You're just like, is it Elilale? Elila?
Mm-hmm.
So you can try it out if you want.
Okay.
Unless someone else knows Elvish.
I mean, what is the word? Can you write it down?
I mean, yeah. He'll actually just create a minor illusion of the word glowing in letters in front of him.
Yeah, he has the word you do pronounce and know Elvish well. It's LLA.
LLA. I will say, yes, LLA.
And as you say that,
Mm-hmm.
you activate the drift globe. Now, as this happens, you notice that the drift globe kind of does a little shimmer, but it does a quick burst out, and then it returns. And now you seem to have what looks to be almost like a glowing star. Very bright. It's hard to look at, and you're kind of like, ow.
LLA!
It's there.
I can't see.
Turn it off!
I can't see.
There wasn't really an off command.
There wasn't an off command? A little.
Okay, you say the first word.
Yeah.
Okay, after you say the first word, it just dims and then and stops.
How much was the radius light on?
Oh, at least 60 feet or so.
Oh, I thought that was for the Illil.
That is for just the dim light and the normal light, but the daylight you cast is at least 60 feet.
Is that what Illile means?
Daylight.
Okay.
So the 60 foot is bright, and then another 60 foot of dim, so it's 120 feet total.
Mm-hmm. Okay, granted, this is an interesting orb. Kind of unusual to find it under the water, I find.
Yeah, I mean, it survived pretty darn well for being underwater and in muck for however many years it's been there.
True.
Don't drift globes float?
I mean, yeah. Whoever says the word, I think it sort of floats and follows them around.
Okay.
I'm assuming like a drift globe is very much like a crystal ball is.
It looks like a crystal ball, and as you examine it, you can see that it does have what appears to be almost kind of like a layering of carvings, as if you were looking at an atlas of the stars, the constellations in the sky. You can see this weird kind of connecting of lines and dots that make the heavens.
There's the question for the DM. If I can take this orb that Smokey's offering me, can I use it to scry?
You could try.
I'm going to do it.
Well,
I am going to scry for dear evil Papa, who I'm set on killing.
Okay. They make a wisdom save.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find you.
Okay, now let's see.
Now.
Does he have disadvantage because Varkesh has his blood?
No, not quite.
I tried.
I'm just trying to. What do you have anything besides just your first-hand memory kind of thing?
Well, I know his name.
His DNA.
Madonna.
Stretching it a little bit. It's not a direct thing.
Oh, I do have
My
his.
chromosome.
I do have his axe.
Ooh.
Okay, so you have an object familiar to him. Alright, that's a possession. Alright, so that's a -2. And you know him firsthand. So yeah.
Yes.
So that's at least... Yeah, for some reason it just made another plus, and that should be a minus. Alright, so it's going to have a -7 to his save.
Yes.
Okay, so
Excellent.
Let's see. That is then...
What a find you, bastard.
Okay, alright, so this is it.
If you roll really well, I'm going to cry.
19. Alright.
Holy shit.
So, you focus closely on the sphere, and you do feel that the drift globe actually acts as an appropriate medium, allowing you to then suddenly focus in and feel yourself getting sucked in. And as you do, you also once more embody the heavens, as you then begin to float. And you hear the sound of heavy wings just... And then as you feel them close, you feel yourself being pushed in a direction, and you see like you're moving across the heavens until you reach a point, a gleaming light. You go towards it, and as you try to get closer, it starts to twinkle. And as you get ready to peer into its vision, it just repels you. And instead of being able to see through its eyes, you instead return to the plane as you hear the faint wings just fading away.
Son of a bitch!
And you return back to the material plane.
Did it work?
No.
But did the object work?
I mean, it works. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it worked. But I got shafted. Well and truly. Could I attempt to do that again?
You may try if you'd like.
Yes, I've got one with this level.
Okay. So, you cast it a second time, and as you do, make an intelligence check for me.
No, don't make the Varkesh do these things. Oh, okay.
You are smart enough, as you begin to start, you realize, wait, the creature is immune for 24 hours.
Bugger.
And you stop before you burn the spell.
Damn it. I can't do this again for another day. And I will just then pocket the drift globe into my bag of holding.
Okay.
Darn it.
You put it away safely. As you are all on the boat, you can easily disembark if you'd like.
Wait, are we at the dock? Or are we just going to jump
You're at the
off
dock.
the boat?
You're at the dock. You tied in. You're safe. Everything is okay.
Well, Valindra, you were saying that the Dragonborn at the Anchor and Crown collected stuff. I mean, you found that statue earlier. Maybe we'll get something for that.
Yeah, I found the statue, and I don't know. This armor is pretty dirty, but I think if he cleans it, then maybe there's some type of historical meaning to it. Something, I don't know.
How much does a drift globe cost?
You don't know?
Okay, fair enough. Love shot.
Yeah, I guess we can go talk to him.
Okay. So you head to the Anchor and Crown, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Varkesh, this is the first time you've been there. Same with Smokey. You've never encountered much when it comes to the denizens, except for the elf. You've seen a few. As you make your way, and Rook seems to be very familiar with it, happy to let Valindra do all the talking, knowing that she has enough persuasion and charisma to, drop an elephant. You make your way inside, and you find that behind the counter, there is a large, very pristine and gleaming golden dragonborn.
Hello.
As you do come in, he does look up and goes, "Hello!" Oh. He just stops and gets up slowly, and he walks over to you, and you see this kind of weird peering motion. You're taller than him by at least a foot, but he is kind of that looking up and going, "Are you Dragonborn? Are you?"
Yes. I mean, same as you.
He kind of puts a finger up on you and kind of taps the nose, rubs it up the horn a little bit.
That's okay. I mean, alright.
He rubs your back horns a little bit too. Where do you hail from?
Not here, thankfully, apparently.
I've never seen the likes of you. Where are you from? Where were you born?
I cannot remember.
Luxem.
Sorry, what?
Born in Luxem.
I was born in Luxem.
He nodded.
It's a lovely place. I remember it well.
Luxem. I've heard of Dragonborn in Luxem, but I've never been. Are they all like you?
I don't rightly know. What are you jabbing at here apart from my face?
You have a tail! You see him kind of move around, and he starts to poke and... This is... You have a tail?
Oh,
a tail?
My mother told me that it's rare, but it can happen.
He tilts his head and goes, "You're a half-breed!"
Oh, yes. I mean, my mother's a Dragonborn, and my father is Goliath.
Oh, then... He kind of scratches his chin. Well, that doesn't make much sense, but I should... Who am I to judge the way the magic weave works? But come in, please.
I just look to the two and Rook, and I'm like, what just happened? What just happened?
Garrick, this is Varkesh. Varkesh, this is Garrick. And this is Smokey.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you. Oh, sorry, I kept forgetting. He rolls his R's. So, pleasure.
They are the members that we told you about whenever we were here before. We brought you some stuff. We didn't find a whole lot.
Awesome.
We did find a whole lot of undead.
Yeah.
So, undead, you say?
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. Where did you go?
I'll show him on the map. Right here, this really deep part.
He looks at it and goes, I never dived that deep.
No shit.
Yeah. I don't think many people should. It's it's a bit challenging. Not gonna lie, it's a bit rough.
I could imagine, yes. Undead.
Yeah. There's like an entire army down there, so.
Very well.
But I did bring you back a piece of their armor, and we also found this portion of a statue.
He does pick up the armor and kind of tosses it to the side. It doesn't seem to be worth anything. The statue he looks at for a moment and goes, oh, there's a pretty little thing. And he kind of holds it for a moment. Look at the craftsmanship on that. There. Do you know what this is?
It's a statue.
It looks to be, it's a carving of a humanoid.
It's one of the twin goddesses.
Oh.
So which one, I don't know. I'll have to clean it up a bit. Perhaps there'll be a marking somewhere. Usually it's the difference between a full circle and one with a crescent in. That's the two circles.
So do you think that there might be another one down there that goes with it?
There's probably multitudes down there. The temple for her was situated here long ago.
Well, maybe we'll have to go poke around back there again.
It could be worth something. I think I could perhaps maybe get 100 gold for it.
Insight check.
Sure, go ahead.
I was swindled once.
One.
Swindled again.
Swindled once more.
Where's our rogue?
27.
Ooh.
Shoot!
All right.
Rogue, get out of here.
Just like any businessman, he does want to make a profit, and you get the sense that he'll try to sell it for more, but he seems to think a fair value is 100.
I'd lean down to Valindra. I think he's pulling our leg. I think we can get more for it.
Well, I mean, it is only like part of... How much would you be willing to offer us for it?
I'll pay you the 100.
And what else? A jar of cookies? I mean, I'll take a jar of cookies.
Could we take the 100, and then perhaps you could offer us a discount on those water-breathing potions so we can go back and maybe investigate some areas further, now that you know of our talents, and we have proven to you that we will return items to you?
Make a persuasion check.
Do it.
Okie dokie. Who's ready to not get this? 12.
He seems interested, but he kind of says, maybe. But did you find anything else of value?
I take out the drift globe and go, ta-da!
Ah, now that is a rare thing, as he goes to grab it from you.
And my claws are firmly locked into position.
It goes, might I just look at it?
See with your eyes, not with your hands.
Alright, hold it up.
Yes, I think he can look at it. I mean, we trust him as
Do
he
you?
trusts us. Yes, of course.
Alright, I relent my grip upon the drift globe.
Alright. He does hold it, and he looks at it and goes, evocation. I wonder what it does, but it certainly creates something.
Tell you what,
Well,
Okay, and as you say that, it does go to light, and he goes, oh!
just a dim.
Of course it'd be elvish to activate. So you'll know what this is, then.
I've heard of them before, but yeah, this is my first time seeing one.
Smokey is very good at being able to tell what magical artifacts do. If you needed him to take a look at anything else, he would be willing to do that for an additional discount on the potions.
How do you know? You're a magic user, then. What do you do?
Yep. Mostly arcane, specializing in abjuration and transmutation a little bit.
Not a bad sort. I prefer to be a bit more into the evocations myself, but not a bad sort. Still, if you're talented in magics, and sorry,
I take the driftwood back.
I didn't know you had friends who had magical capabilities. They can detect these, can't they?
Yes, Smokey specifically. I mean, 3 of us do have magical gifts of sorts, but Smokey is particularly good at detecting magical items and being able to identify what their exact purpose is.
I do remember you mentioning that you had some arcane skill.
Yes.
But so he surpasses you.
He is far greater than I in the skills of the arcane, yes.
And what about you, Scale, brother?
Oh, you asking if I can identify magical things?
Are you magically capable?
Yes.
Really? What are you?
I'm Varkesh.
He is a follower of the first dragon.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yes.
First dragon. Never heard of a first dragon.
Well, let me tell you about the first dragon.
Well, he uses divine magic.
So it's a god.
Aye.
Never heard of that one.
You should. It's amazing.
I won't question your faith or where you draw your power from, but if you're also a divine caster, you'd also be quite useful, I suppose, in treasure hunting. Well, so
I am
all
pretty
four
good.
of you are the group.
Yes.
Yes.
I might be willing to trade if you're all right with perhaps at least making a contract of working only with me, exclusive, and we'll make a fair cut share of, let's say, 60.
In whose favor?
In your favor.
And then what would we be getting out of it?
I will buy them off you immediately for the evaluated price, and then I shall sell them, of course, at the shop.
70-30. I give him like a very reptilian glare. Seems we are kin.
Do you want it to be intimidation or persuasion?
Persuasion. We are kin.
Then go ahead and try persuasion. Well, you said giving a glare, so I wasn't sure if it was like a...
We're reptiles. I mean, we're not exactly the cuddliest, cutest looking things on the planet.
Sure.
Give him a cold-blooded stare.
Go
It's
ahead
like
and make a
inner eyelids
check.
just blink. So persuasion. Here we go! 18!
Oh, that's so much better than mine.
All right. He kind of thinks and goes, 35.65. That's the best I'll offer.
Could we... Is this including discounted items that you could provide us in order to benefit you further?
I'll discount the potions for you, and I will allow you to use them on credit.
Group huddle.
All right. I mean, the only thing he has that we need are the potions. I'm not sure why the contract. I mean, we haven't really investigated any other options, but
I mean, I rolled really well, so.
But I also feel like 35-65 is a pretty decent split. I don't know if we're going to be able to get much better than that.
I agree.
By the way, Varkesh, as this is happening, you're the only one who would notice this with your passive perception. Rook has stepped outside the shop and seems to be talking with someone for a moment.
Well, I kind of keep him in my peripheral, but I will not interrupt what he's doing.
Okay.
I will say one more caveat, just to be careful, because like what just happened now with the drift globy thing, we get to say whether we keep anything that we find, and it not be taken off of our credit or taken off of the split. Because otherwise, if we were in the contract right now, he could probably justify saying, okay, well, you guys are keeping that, so you keep your 65, but you have to pay me the 35 of what this thing is worth.
That's a good point.
Well, I started negotiations. You guys can finish it.
Okay, so I'll turn back to Garrick. The 65-35 split with the discounted items, and we would occasionally get to keep an item that is very important to us, such as this drift globe.
I won't take any of your treasures off you now, because we haven't made a bargain. So I won't take your drift globe. But if you're wanting to keep something valuable, I would say that's all right, because it's all about resale. If you're choosing not to sell it, then I have no profit to go from.
Garrick, you are a fair man.
Well, Dragonborn love, but I like to be fair.
Fair Dragonborn.
There's a bit of a toothy grin. It's kind of a little awkward when they smile, but...
I reciprocate and also increase the awkwardness of the situation.
I will shake his hand.
Alright, you basically get your entire hand engulfed in a meaty paw. You're familiar with Varkesh when it comes to grip handshakes.
Have I ever shaken Belinda's hand before?
I don't know, Varkesh. You might be stronger than you. You nearly broke my hand.
What? I'm just gonna literally pout and ignore her trying to hurt my feelings.
So we're not going to probably be doing any diving today, but how early do you open tomorrow, Mr. Garrick?
I open maybe about a few hours after dawn.
All right.
2, 3.
A few.
Well, I mean that.
One more thing, I'm so sorry. So we are a traveling party, so we won't be here constantly, but every time we're in Bylock, we will absolutely try to make a stop and go diving for you, see what we can find. Wow. You and no one else.
Exactly, Les. I appreciate that. If I hear word that you have gone off to others, then I will have to take action, of course.
Varkesh does not like this.
But let me get some paper and some ink, and we can write out the terms. As he goes to the back of the counter, he pulls out a few parchment pieces and begins to write out a very straightforward contract between two parties, 4 individuals. He does ask for everyone's name, writing them down, making sure that everything is clean cut and clear. 65% for you, 35% for him. You are allowed to keep any treasure you do not wish to sell, but anything you sell, that's how the profit will be split, and that you will exclusively return anything found that wishes to be sold to him and no other business.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And I signed Smoky Cloud, not using my family name.
Okay.
I wanted to get Rook to look over this, make sure that, because I feel like he has more knowledge over terms and conditions than we do. So before you sign Smoky, I'll look around for Rook, I guess.
Okay. Rook seems to be
outside,
but he looks to be coming in just a little bit as he kind of looks around and goes,
Yeah, so we have this great deal, but I want you to look over this contract and make sure we're not, like, signing over our soul or anything, because wouldn't that be awful?
It would be. I'll go ahead and do that as he looks over and starts to inspect it. Seems pretty clear cut to me.
Alright.
And he also signs Rook Belfry.
Nice.
For Kesh?
I will dip my clawed finger into the ink, and I'll just scratch out my name.
Okay. It's more crude than theirs, but still legible.
My John Hancock is incredibly eligible. Really
eligible
good.
And legible as well, yes.
Yep. It's really good. Really good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's bad. Oh my god.
You all absolutely finish up the contract. He spills a few bits of sand across it to make sure it dries and doesn't blotch. Holding it up and rolling it away. You see him take what looks to be like a nice little stamp and seals it and tucks this away. And you can see that he puts it in a cubby where there are a few other contracts already there. But he leans over and goes, so, how about, let's say, a 20% discount on those potions?
Sure. That would put them at what price?
You're going to be looking at around...
240?
You do have a smart one. Yes.
She's good.
Alright, do we want to take them now? Or are we pretty sure we're going to do this tomorrow? Varkesh, I know that you have your errand. Do you feel we can spend a few days here instead of pursuing that?
I mean, it's entirely up to you. If you want me to work and earn some cash, I can do so.
I mean, I think we'd want you to be with us, considering what we found down there.
Yeah. The thing is, I cannot buy one right now.
Well, we can buy them on credit, though.
Yeah, you're on
That's
credit.
right.
And as you say that, you see Rook going, actually, I think we'll only need 3. I don't need one.
Wait, can you just like suddenly breathe underwater now? You're a bird, not a fish. Come on.
No, I can't breathe underwater, but I have some business that needs my attention, and I have to deal with it right now. I'll meet up with you soon. It shouldn't take me too long.
I mean, is it that important? You have to go now?
It's pretty important. Let's say lives are on the line.
That's pretty important, yeah.
Do you need our help?
If I get into trouble, I'll have you maybe come and give me a hand, but I think I've got this.
Okay. I'm going to inside check him.
Okay, go right ahead.
Yeah, Smokey.
Inside! No!
I mean, he's definitely speaking quite honestly to you.
Okay. Alright, well, I mean, I guess we'll be here for at least another day. I guess we'll dive tomorrow and just see what comes up.
Yeah. I mean, do you need anything from us before you go?
Yeah, do you want some healing potions or anything?
Andrew, I think they're talking to Rook.
Do you? To Rook. He kind of goes, oh, I'm good with what I've got. I've got a few on me. I'll be okay.
I mean, where are you going in case you don't come back for some reason? We know where to find you.
I'll be in the city. I'll still be in Pylok. I'm just going to a different part of Pylok.
Okay.
I'm so confused and stressed right now. Okay.
Don't worry. I'll be safe. I know how to be sneaky.
Yeah.
But still, it's just...
Just check in regularly. Send a note or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Or a messenger pigeon, which could be your cousin. I mean,
I'll send word to the Golden Lily every time you guys are there. You'll get an update.
That sounds good.
We're gonna have to pay for the Golden Lily now.
We already did that.
Yeah, but, like, we're gonna need to stay more nights, and you usually pay for it, so...
Well, if you need some money, I mean, I could, but it looks like you're all gonna get some gold from treasure hunting. I mean, that statue was 100.
It's true. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
be safe
back before you know it. Just keep alive. I'm counting
We
on
try.
you, Rakesh.
And
thanks, Rook.
we never see Rook again because we all die.
I mean, do not TPK yourselves right now, but yes. The story lives on in Rook alone. Rook,
new characters.
Yeah.
Rook does exit the shop, and you see him kind of give one last look at all of you as he opens all 4 eyes just to stare at you for a moment. Closing the door for 2, he then makes his way.
Bye, buddy.
Oh, seems every time something goes right, something goes wrong.
Such is life.
All right.
Right.
Well, I think we only actually need 2 potions. I think I'm going to be a lot more free with that alter self spell tomorrow. So I think we only need.
Kind of curious why you didn't do that sooner today.
I panicked really, really badly. I thought I could outswim him. Turns out I couldn't. And it just felt like the universe was against me.
I know that feeling.
But no more! Taking fate in my own claws. Paws. I don't have claws.
Wait, you don't?
No.
Have you been declawed?
No, it's the fire ganassi thing. I have more kind of like little fingers things, and you see that he almost has humanoid hands covered in black fur, and he has sort of not biker gloves, because that's not right, but they're fingerless like leather gloves.
I mean, that's like pretty
the
cool.
fingerless mittens kind of like a thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, look at mine, and I've got like 3-inch long talons on every finger and thumb. I'm like, huh.
As Valindra just holds Winnie and keeps petting Winnie.
Yes, this is real life Winnie right now.
I guess those are handy for not picking your nose.
Oh no, you wouldn't want to pick your nose with these. Giving yourself a lobotomy. Whatever that is.
Alright, so should we buy 2 potions then?
3 potions? Oh, right, because you don't need one. Yeah, sure. What happens if you, are no longer in water form? Is that going to be an issue?
I mean, I can cast it multiple times a day if I need to.
Okay, well then yeah, just 2 potions, please.
Alright, 2 potions. Totaling up to 520 pieces. Take that out of your next share.
Nope, it's 2. For 240 each is 480.
480.
And then just take off. Do we need the 100 right now, or can we just take that off our tab, guys? What do you think?
I don't think we really need the 100 right now, as long as someone can cover the golden lily cost.
I can cover the golden lily.
Okay, because I have 1 gold.
Well, we're gonna fix that.
I have 100 gold on me.
Yeah. So why don't we'll put the statue fund towards our tab.
380 gold left to go.
All right.
So we're putting 380 on our... Thank you. Good luck with your shop.
With you as partners, I think that's a good chance to find some fortune for us all.
Buckish is already making his way out of the shop.
Okay.
Bye. And he's gonna rush off after him.
Farewell.
Yeah, I like him. He's pretty cool.
Barkesh, you okay?
Yeah, I mean, he's a bit handsy.
Well, yeah, that was a little weird. I know not everyone likes to be scratched and scritched. He looks over at Winnie.
Rubbing.
Winnie likes to be scratched and scritched.
Really weird. But he's going to basically pull up his pants, and he's going to open his bag of holding, and he's going to go into the main town area again, and he's going to take out of his anvil and all of his work stuff, and he's going to set up in the middle of the street.
Okay. As you begin to start doing, are you going deeper into the city?
I'm going to go where there's a lot of prying eyes.
Okay, alright, so you kind of start to make your way towards the cart of Bylock. Allies, I'm assuming, following behind.
Yep.
Alright, you do watch Varkesh with a very focused purpose in his gaze as he makes his way and starts to pull out things from the bag of holding and put them onto the cobble streets. As you see him get ready to do some kind of shop, but you then hear a pair of voices just going, Hold it there!
Let me guess, there's a forging, busking tax in this town?
You do see that 2 guards approach you and they go, You can't work here in the middle of the street.
I'm not in the middle of the street, I'm on the sidewalk.
You're in the middle
Is
of
there
the
a
street.
sidewalk? Ugh.
If you want to do something like that, find a place out into the side.
I will go out into the side.
Make a perception check to find
I must find a side.
Yeah, I'll try it too.
Alright, you can deal with advantage.
16.
Go Varkesh.
It doesn't take you too long, maybe about a couple minutes, before you find a nice little nook that seems to be just off to the side between some buildings where there's no windows, no one seems to mind, and you just begin to put your smelting, your hammer, your anvil, everything starts to go into place.
This is as good a place as any. I like it.
I am going to cast Minor Illusion and made a sign over, I assume we're like an alley or something, and it's going to say Best Blue Blacksmith in like brilliant sapphire glittery letters.
Okay.
Marvelous.
It is just a constant material and somatic, so you can just keep it going up every minute by just flicking whatever your motion is.
Yep, and I'll do some produce flames every once in a while too to give it some extra flair.
Okay, just to get a little extra.
I guess pyrotechnics too. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's a blacksmith, man. Fire!
Fire and sparks.
I love it.
Alright, you definitely set up a somewhat crude, but at least interesting shop to the side.
Right, now, I have an idea. I don't know how well it will work, but I will definitely need your help. Both of you. Seeing as Rick's now gone.
Oh, okay.
What do you need?
Well, seeing as I have problems talking to people sometimes, I think it would be a great idea if you went out to the rich area of town and asked any sword-wielding nobles if they want something fantastic. And I can potentially make it and sell it to them, and we can make a killing. It would be awesome. He's just still admiring all the pyrotechnics going on today, but I've dreamed of this day.
Well, I mean, I guess it's okay if you want to stay here and help with Varkesh's show. I can go try to find some people.
That sounds like best, because I think as he continuously just keeps on casting spells, I'm pretty busy here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I tell them just follow the fireworks, they'll be able to find you pretty easily.
Are you prestidigitation, or are you just?
That was a red one.
I have lots of things to make visual things. Yeah, I have prestidigitation, I produce flame, I have minor illusion. It's a circus.
Yep. All right. Yeah, because prestidigitation.
Can I have one of those wave playable guys?
The prestidigitation, you can actually just have fireworks go off.
Mm-hmm.
Little sparks of interesting light and color that last for an hour.
Yep. Doing it.
Yep. So you are jazzing it up. There is a lot of pizzazz with this little setup for Varkesh, as Valindra kind of looks back a little bit and kind of sees this very weird magical setup. And it does draw the gaze of many of the people watching, and some stop to see what you're doing, but if you don't seem to be doing much, they continue walking on, but they do seem to talk and spread some rumor and gossip about your unique little shop.
Love it.
I will go canvassing.
Alright. So, what specifically are you going to do?
That is a good question.
Before she goes, Varkesh, can you give her like a really good sample of your work for her to have like something to show off when she talks you up?
Okay. I want this back, by the way.
Well, she does have her armor, though.
That's true. She has got adamantine armor on. And I pull out this really ornate, like, double-headed fighting axe, this big war axe, and I just place it into her hands.
Oh. Where did you get this?
I made it a long time ago.
I've never seen it before, have I?
No. He's never pulled it out before.
I mean, why don't you use this? This is pretty cool.
I'm not really I can make weapons. I'm not really good at wielding them. Believe it or not.
I'm pretty okay at using weapons.
I wouldn't want you to use that one.
Is it special?
I made that for my dad.
Oh.
And he killed lots of people with it.
Well, when we find him, you can kill him with it.
That's kind of the plan. I mean, if I find him,
journey.
I'm going to plant that thing straight in his head. But it is one of my best pieces. I made it with love in mind before everything went tits up. So, yeah, you can use it and show it off if it helps.
Yeah, no, I think this is good.
Excellent.
I will go into like the blacks. Is there like a blacksmith part of town?
There is a general market area, which you kind of are situated in. A majority of either hawkers or people who try to sell their wares with little carts. This is kind of where they set up.
Okay. I will look for people that seem to be like window shopping of blacksmith shops and approach them.
Okay.
With the axe and the armor.
That's how you phrase it?
Building the axe. Just like holding it, like by my side.
Uh-huh.
What ho!
And I will. Excuse me, sir or madam.
It's a sir, and you do see that it's an elderly man with a beard. He goes,
Whoa, yes. This is an axe. I couldn't help but notice that you were looking at the display of this very quaint little blacksmithy.
Yes, I was looking at some of the weaponry here I wanted to give my grandson a gift. I figured he's old enough now for a weapon.
Well, if you are wanting a gift, then you will want a professional. Now, I'm here to let you in on a little inside secret. There is a new blacksmith who has just rolled into town. He's traveled the world, wowing everyone with his endless talent with the blacksmithing. I have here a fine example of his work with weapons, and I'll show him the axe. Like, turn it over. You may hold it if you want, but please be careful. It is quite sharp.
He does look at it and goes to hold it, and he kind of just goes, it's a little heavy for him.
I'll help him hold it. Like, I'm not going to let it go completely. I'm going to keep my hands under it.
That's a hefty axe. I'm looking for a sword. Can he do swords?
Oh, he has made an excellent sword. In fact, if you do need a reference, he did help. Are you aware of Miss Annis? Right?
Anel.
Shit. Anel. I'm sorry. I wrote it down wrong.
I've never heard of Anus.
I'm so sorry. Miss Anel, the elven blacksmith in town. I know she has quite of a reputation. Are you familiar with her work?
Oh, yes, I've heard of her. She does brilliant custom work.
Such brilliant custom work. In fact, she employed Varkesh to assist her in a job, and he was able to complete what would have been a week's worth project, just like that.
He could make custom work just like that?
Just like that. As long as you tell him exactly what you are wanting and give him a detailed enough description. He even has an assistant, Smokey, that can help you come up with a design, sort of a 3D illusionary model, if you will. And then with their joint efforts, he will be able to craft it for you very quickly.
That's brilliant.
It truly is.
Show me where. Where is he?
Well, sir, you're just going to follow this street down here, and it's going to be over here on the right. If you look for the fireworks that occasionally appear in the sky, and look for a small shack with a blue dragon and a lovely little poofy cat, above their workspace there will be a sign that says, Best Blues Blacksmithy, and that's where you want to go.
Thank you so much for your help. Thank you, lass. He kind of shakes her head.
It is my pleasure, and if you are pleased with Mr. Varkesh's work, we do ask that you please recommend us to any of your other friends that might be in search of very specific fine craftsman needs.
If what you say is true, I'll be spreading the word. My grandson will be so pleased. Thank you.
Oh, I hope so, and I hope you have a wonderful time celebrating your grandson's birthday. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Kayla, that was fantastic.
You do send one very eager patron towards the Best Blues Blacksmith. Oh, Dilly's
You should be
for it.
Hey!
Yeah,
So
well
good you didn't
deserved.
need to roll.
Well deserved.
Oh no, I mean with that much RP, I would say you no need to roll. You mentioned a name, you performed it brilliantly, and you were responsive. Yes.
Taylor, you have a career in marketing.
Oh God, no.
Screw adventuring. Lulu's got competition.
I will bounce around to different patrons that I see on the street and do the same sort of thing.
Okay, go ahead and just make a general perception check, a persuasion check with advantage, because I think you are performing brilliantly as a salesman.
Y'all, this is about to go real well.
Okay.
8.
All right. You see about 8 potential ones. Ooh. And all eight immediately go straight to the blacksmith. Every single one that you target with your, honed senses of smelling out, he wants it. And you just go straight to them and immediately begin to send customers straight on with eagerness towards Varkesh. Varkesh, you start working and didn't really expect it, but then an older gentleman immediately comes up and goes, I've heard that you can do brilliant work, customized work. I would like to commission you immediately to be done within the day.
I can do that. Yes. Hi. What would you like?
The young lady said you had a 3D model creator of sorts to allow us to see what it would look like. How do you
I just instantly grab Smoky, like, do we have a 3D model maker?
Varkesh, that's me.
Oh, yeah, the cat. He can do
the cat. Show me what you can do, cat.
I just point up at the sign and I start making it rotate, and I'll make it sort of melt into like an axe, then a halberd, then a sword, and then back into that sign.
Make an Arcana check for me. This is not silent image. You don't have the ability to make it move.
That's right. It's static.
It's kind of static, so this is kind of going to be like a...
Okay, so Arcana, you say?
lag versions of things.
It's like the flip book. I'm doing it like super quick.
Yeah, so you're kind of going like... Arcana's going to see how fast you can start to kind of like do this maybe. Instead of every 6 seconds of a bit.
Ooh.
18?
Alright, you cut it down to 3 seconds. So yeah, you're kind of doing a little quick... As one pops up, you're immediately casting the next one, so it's kind of like keeping up with your brain, mentally going it, and so you kind of make these weird, jittery motions, and he looks at it, a little impressed by it, but then you eventually bring down, and he starts to describe to you a weapon of interest, a sword with some kind of interesting stag motifs, some crazy-looking, like, designs, and you start to slowly build it up as you then see more individuals coming on going, I heard there was a brilliant blacksmith here. I was looking for someone to perhaps make for me a lovely corset made of metal. Would you help me? And as another one comes in, you see, I heard a wonderful blacksmith here who was able to craft me a dagger of extreme quality. Is this it? You now begin to get a little bit of filtering. As Kayla, by the way, she knows to target aristocrats, so you have a lot of what you would call high-end clientele coming towards you.
You're welcome, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, police? Oh yeah. So I will just start going through.
I just imagine you have someone in the background going, what is this? What is this? Smells like this.
Yeah, of course there is. Of course there is. That's probably a Nell.
Todd is just sneaking in the background, just watching this. But yes. So you do definitely get what appear to be a lot of custom orders being piled in, and many of them starting to talk with excitement, wanting to kind of jump in, and Smokey looks to be a little bit on like a panicking and what to do, but you do know that a lot of them will require you to make it with some silver, some gold, some steel. Some of them want functional pieces, but some of them also want some kind of beautiful engraving and kind of nice artistry to it. You see, Kayla is probably, or not Kayla, Valindra has definitely made you appear to be someone that had endless talents.
You did it.
I'm going to regret it, though, but good job.
Even when I do what you asked me to do, I can't.
It's amazing. I mean, 8 people. That if I can pull it
9.
off. Wait, 9? Oh,
the
yeah,
old man.
the old man and the 8. Yeah. Hopefully, if I can pull this off, we should make some cash.
All right. Hopefully that helps, and I'm a bit louder now. Hopefully. Anyways.
You are.
Okay. Did I have like a quiet moment?
Nah.
It happens sometimes.
Not. Oh well.
I'm carrying my snowball right to me. So
That's a bit much.
There you go.
I would then, upon having this influx of orders coming in, I would ask Smokey to one at a time, ask exactly detail to detail what every piece of these 9 people want, so that I can.
Yep, you definitely get what appears to be an order of maybe 1 sword, brilliantly done with a stag design, 1 metal corset to be kind of worn with a fashionable sense to make someone look like it's almost like a noble who likes to have a breastplate just to get that extra protection but wants it to be snazzy and sleek and refined. You also get a few people who want to have custom daggers made for their side belts, and a few individuals who are interested in maybe getting some decorative wrist guards that would just go on there, kind of just more for a style fashion to them. And you get 1 person who's very keen on you making a very simple but top quality high-end axe.
Has Kayla come back because she's got amazing saleswoman skills? Is she there?
It's down to her whether or not she wished to try and get more to you, or if she would go back.
I was gonna try to find a library, actually.
All right, at the moment you don't know where she is, but she's going to look for a library.
Totally fine.
Paywall.
I was going to ask if there is a chance that, seeing as Valindra is no longer there, the amazing Valindra of sales, if I could conjoin forces with Smokey and see if I can try and maybe convince any of the weapon-based commission pieces to be made of adamantine. So therefore we can try and get some money really coming in.
Okay, you're trying to push the adamantine.
Yes.
The one who wants the axe is keen on that and is very interested in it. And the one who wants it for his grandson, is also keen on maybe perhaps having the long sword made of adamantine.
Cool. I will start with the longsword guy and more or less sell the idea that if I make it out of this really rare material, that it would not only be the perfect first weapon for his grandson, but it would also last for generations to come. That he can pass down as a big
family sword.
Now,
memento from his grandfather.
During this time, you do know that they are asking you to interweave many different precious metals in them. So they want you to put gold design, filigrees, and different metal color contrasts so that they kind of pop a little bit.
Okay.
So they're definitely asking you for a lot. Now, at the moment, what resources do you have?
Ooh, I at least have a bit. Thankfully, I have a bit.
I have steel.
I definitely have enough steel to make pretty much all the stuff.
Can we use coins as bullion?
You can use coins to basically be part of the gold making process.
I have enough adamantine to make 2 large weapons. That's if they were made completely out of adamantine, not infused with steel. I could melt down my mirror if I need be, because that's worth about 1,000 silver, and I do have 100 gold on my person.
All right.
And 2 diamonds worth 300 gold each.
Okay. The diamonds aren't necessarily required. They do. One asks that if it's possible, maybe just to leave a place open for a gem to be put in later.
Okay, so.
Just for that, because they know that you don't have that on your person, and they understand blacksmiths aren't jewelers. They don't expect you to be able to produce something that readily. But they do ask you to then probably use all of your gold coins in order to make the appropriate amount of melted gold to then work into these noble styles.
Okay. All right.
So you will begin. Are you going to do? What are you going to do to make these?
Right. I'm going to use my last channel. No, because I've used 2 already. I'll take a short rest.
You get it back on a short rest, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take a short rest. Use my channel divinity.
You'll be having to wait an hour with these people asking for things, so it's.
Well, that's fine. I'll be telling them to be done in less than a couple of hours. So with all that work, I'm quite sure they'd be more than happy to go about their day and have a lunch.
The number, and we'll contact you.
All right, that will allow you to make something up to 100 gold value. One of the daggers would be able to be for that. The others are a little bit more expensive and will not fit that number.
No. Yeah, I'm just using all my channel divinities, and I'm going to be using all my fabricates and everything else.
All right, you're going to use the fabricates. All right, because you have a total of 9 requests, and there were 8 objects you can make with the fabricate.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, you're going to do the dagger then with the channel divinity.
Yes.
All right, would you want to do the item creation first with fabricate?
I will make the bulk of the items with fabricate, and then I'll do all the refining with smaller amounts of everything else.
Okay, so you're going to be burning all your gold for this, and all of your steel that you have currently on you to do all the different works. And you're going to be using a bit of the adamantine just for the sword and the axe.
Okay.
Alright, so go ahead and make a general persuasion check for how you want to kind of, in a sense, I'm guessing, haggle and bolster, your prices.
Yeah, like, me and Smokey are kind of like doing the whole tag team thing as in adamantine with last generation.
Smokey, you helping him?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, you can make this persuasion check with advantage as you try to get the most out of your craft.
Oh, come on, 23.
Oh!
23, all right.
Yes.
They do seem very interested in, and with the promise of having it done, especially when you say it can be done within 10 minutes for at least most of them except for one, that does intrigue them, and they are willing to pay a little bit more than just what you would consider the average cost for the item to have it so expedient.
I like that.
So, you begin this process as you take 10 minutes, and it's kind of a bit of a show, and Smokey, I'm assuming you kind of enjoy like making it a spectacle by adding your own flair to it as the magic pulls pieces of metal up into the air, melts it into red-hot form, and molds it into shapes of what they're supposed to be as other bits of coin come out and start to string and twist into long cord as they make intricate wires that start to wrap and lay on the breastplates, on the sword hilts, on the pommels. Everything becomes decorated with this interesting style. Varkash, make a, let's see, what would we want this to be? Make a blacksmithing tool check for me.
Blacksmithing tool.
You do get advantage on this. I mean, this is pretty much doing it for you with your imagination. I'm just trying to imagine how successful are you at
21.
perceiving.
Yay.
Pretty good at getting your imagination spot on, and I'm sure with the help of Smokey making like a visual comparison so that it looks exactly what it should be, you are able to direct the magic to work exactly as you want it to, and suddenly you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces, all completely assembled and ready to be distributed as you hold and hand them out to each individual as they all start going for their coin purses and will begin paying you for the beautiful custom work. You accumulate a total of, all right, I'm gonna say with advantage you would get double these, so we'll go ahead and say this. So,
because any adamantine weapon is 500 additional to what the weapons cost.
It is. So I will definitely add a flat 100 to you, so that you have that at least. A flat 1,000 since you were adding those in right there. And then so we'll multiply that with your values of.
We're gonna retire.
All right, 84. Here we go. All right, and that's it. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do 2d100, so you can take the higher of the two. Okay. So. All right. 37. Oh, so many 4s. Oh God.
So many 4s.
All right. Hold on. So your higher number of the 100s is 37. So 37 times 4 times 4 times 4 times
Good Lord.
4 times 4. Right? Oh, sorry. It should be all together actually. Let me see here. All right. 19 times 27. Oh no, wait. That would that actually
66
math.
Yeah. There's so much math.
What algorithm are you using?
Okay, I'm not going to do that multiple. That's going to be a little too much. It's going to be for each individual one. All right.
Okay.
God. I wish I had my dad's brain because he would be phenomenal at this.
Oh my God,
that man is insane.
So are you just doing 66 times whatever the d4s are?
5 times 5, 740, and then times 2.
20.
All right.
25, 27. It's just 27 times 66, isn't it? Plus 1,000.
And then hold on.
Okay.
Also including the fact that they are not just crude weapons; they're made artisan quality.
Yes, and then plus 1,000 on top. Okay, good. All right. Out of the entire 10-hour work for this one initially, you accumulate 2,962 gold pieces.
Sorry, how much?
Oh my god!
Kayla's sneeze cut off half what
It
you
is
said.
2,962 gold pieces.
Forge clerics, man. OP
You
money
still
makers.
have to complete the dagger, and the dagger will cost around 100 gold.
Okay. And I will obviously continue my work finishing off the dagger.
Alright, so you spend an hour for this one, as that one individual enjoyed the show and kind of looks a little disappointed that his has to take a little bit longer.
Save the best for last, I say.
Okay, trying to coax him into it. He does say that he'll return after an hour in order to have it returned at that time.
Good.
As you focus, and you can see Smokey at this time is a very thrifty accountant and is counting all the gold coins at this time to make sure that you have everything in order.
Yep.
As you
Oh
focus.
my gosh.
During this time, Valindra, you are out and about, roaming, looking for a library.
Yes.
Would you like to look or ask?
I will ask.
Alright, make an investigation check.
Come on, roll 20.
Okay. You find that Bylock doesn't have what is considered an established library, but it does have an archive. The archive is kept in the keep. It is the location where all texts of any value and importance, particularly historical in nature or for trade and documents, are kept safe within its walls. In order to visit them, you would have to ask the head archivist to go inside.
And how do I get in contact with this head alchemist?
Oh, dearie, it's so fine. All you have to do is go up to the keep and ask to see the head archivist. He'll eventually come down from his high shelves and ask what you need to look for. If there's anything in his power that he can read for you, he'll do it for you, dearie, in case you don't know how to read. Many of us don't.
Thank you. That is very helpful. So sweet. Also, just if you have any sort of crafting needs or know anyone who has any crafting needs, I recommend that you
Push.
Okay.
Just kill him.
I'll go through my spiel again.
Oh, that's very nice, dearie. I am just a flower hunter myself. I don't use weapons, and I'm quite old. But thanks.
Oh,
I'll share the word if I hear anyone who needs some kind of weapons, you said.
yes. Perhaps, a neighbor, a friend,
You do
grandson.
see her kind of put a hand on you.
Do be careful, dearie. Weapons merchants are not the best sort to deal with.
Believe me, I know.
Good. Get out of that business when you can, dear. When you have enough money to go on your own, you do it. Open a flower shop. I recommend flower shop.
Something good.
I love your little fox, dearie. He is so adorable.
Oh, thank you. Isn't he so cute?
He's
And all.
adorable. I love it. And then she does the scritching under the chin. But dearie, I better get back to work. These flowers won't sell themselves.
How much for a bundle of your flowers?
1 copper piece for a bundle of 5. If you'd like 10, I can give it to you for 2. If you'd like 15, I'll give it for you for 2 because you're sweet.
Oh, I'll give you 3. I can't take from you.
Oh, you're so precious, dearie. Thank you. Would you like some pansies or roses, or perhaps some dandelions? Maybe some tulips?
I don't know a whole lot about flowers, so I'm going to say you pick whatever you think is best.
Well, with your complexion, dearie, I think red roses with a bit of periwinkle and some baby's breath.
And you see her create a small, tiny bouquet that's kind of nestled up a little bit, but it is a nice little selection of maybe 10 roses, 2 or 3 periwinkles, and a little baby's breath kind of spread and pushed out to kind of spatter it with like a snowflaking of light.
She is so cute. And what is your name?
Oh, most call me Granny, dearie. But you may just call me Gran.
Calling me Gran. Oh gosh. Okay, well, it was so nice to meet you, Gran. I will come check on you again soon.
Oh, excellent. And off you go. Go before it closes. He doesn't like to stay up too late. It burns candles. He does not like to waste the candles.
Oh, okay. And I'll rush off with my flowers.
Okay. You rush off to the keep, right next to the Golden Lily, actually. As you make your way to the portcullis, it's raised, and anyone can pass by. You do see the guards look you up and down a little bit. You don't seem to be armed, and they don't seem to stop you. But they do take note of your presence as you enter this fortress. Now, the keep itself is a large square courtyard in the middle, and you can see at the back there is the massive structure that is the defensive keep. It has high walls, maybe about 20 feet tall, and you can see that it is decorated with crenulations along with arrow slits just spaced around and in between. It's built more as a... You can definitely discern it to be defensive rather than beautiful in its architecture. It has just a core stacked box. But you can see that there are a few doors that lead off to the side to other connecting buildings that were added in later that have a bit more homely and inviting feel to them. This is just an imposing box. But you can see just to the side there's a door that's opened, and as you look around, per directions of the flower vendor, you're able to find your way towards what appears to be a small little antechamber right in front of a door that you can see is open and seems to have stacks of tomes, scrolls, loose papers, and parchments, all kept in some mismatched organization. It's kind of hard to tell what the person was thinking when they came to, deciding where each piece would go. But as you wait for a moment and look, you don't hear anyone, but you kind of make your presence known, and eventually a smallish figure comes out. A man, maybe a younger man, could be 23, could be 27, but a human, and you see he has very large circular specs that seem to kind of cover most of his forehead and down into his cheekbones, allowing him to at least see very well. But you also notice that he has a cut in the lens, allowing him to have some bifocals to read. So it's a little weird, because when he does stand to look at you, you kind of see a very intense magnification below and a normal one above. But as he does walk in, he goes, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Oh my god, I love him too. Yes, I was hoping to gain knowledge from your wonderful collection.
I have plenty of knowledge. What knowledge are you looking for?
Well, So I did a little bit of diving into the lake and found some things under there that I was not really prepared for. So I was hoping...
Pretty dangerous, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If, you have anything just on, the general history of Bylock, the wars that went on here, we did find sort of a army kind of thing. So,
I have just the books for those, but they go back pretty far. I mean, do you want all the history of Bylock before it was Bylock, or just the establishment of Bylock?
All of the history of Bylock before.
Can you read?
I am very capable of reading, yes, thank you.
Okay, come back here with me.
You see him kind of leading you inside, as you can see that it's much larger on the interior. The shelves go way high up to the ceiling, and you can see that they expand off to the left into a very maze-like setting of bookshelves that have just been turned and pushed to the side. There might be some means to the chaos, but it's hard to tell from this angle. But you see him guide you, and he goes to each shelf, pulling out tome, scroll, getting what appears to be a nice little reading sum, as he then takes you over to a small desk, just in a nook off to the side, with a window right there to give some light for you to read. As he sets them down, he goes, "You can read them here. Anytime you need a question answered, you can call on me. My name is Cyril. Anytime you want, just call out my name. Cyril, okay? Cyril? You got it?
Cyril.
Cyril.
Yep,
good.
I got it.
Now, if you have any other questions, I can be happy to answer them. I already went over that. I'm so sorry. But if you do find that you're done with the books, please do not put them back. I need them here, and I will replace them where they belong in their proper spot. And if you need any more books, please also ask as well. Oh, and one more thing. I ask that you do not use any open flame. The pages are very sensitive. I need them to remain intact. We've had accidents before. I don't allow candles in here, and when the sun goes down, no more time to read. All right?
Okay, that sounds great. What time do you open in the mornings? Because I'm actually... Oh, no. Yes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry. My internet's being real weird tonight, you guys. Yeah, so just one quick question. What time do you open in the morning? Because I am staying at the Golden Lily, which is,
that's perfect.
right
It's right next to the keep. You're easy walking distance.
Yes, so, what time do you open in case, I want to get an early jump on the day?
I try to open it when first light comes in. That's the best time to read. You can't do it at night, and I close at dark, so yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I'm just going to dive in and tell you when I put something back so you can do it, because I definitely don't want to disorganize anything.
I really appreciate that. You don't know how hard it is to keep everything where it belongs.
I can imagine. Thank you very much, Cyril.
Thank you. Please enjoy your stay here. Remember, call out for me if you need anything.
You got
Don't leave your station until you're ready.
I'm gonna dive in.
Okay. Don't leave.
I'm so lonely.
But you do get to reading the tomes, and with your, I believe, your warlock eyes, you're able to read all languages.
Everything!
Alright, so there is no checks, no difficulty in being able to go through these tomes. You do have about, 6 hours to go through all this if you choose to not leave.
Not gonna leave.
Alright.
I'm looking for specific information on the war that happened here, because there was this was the big area where there was the undead battle.
There was
right?
a big battle here during the Age of Reckoning, and you do know that there was some kind of force used to destroy a large segment of the undead army.
Yes, and so I want to know specifically about the war and the kind of why they're still undead here, who led the undead army, that kind of stuff.
All right.
How they destroyed the undead army.
Okay, so yeah, you begin to learn the story of Bylock. As you spend your entire 6 hours there, I'll give you advantage on the... I'm trying to think what would be a reading check.
Reading.
I'd say go with investigation.
Yeah.
Could I petition for something else?
Can I dance around the book and get my information? Can I lean my head and learn through osmosis? Okay, I'll say this. If you want to do quick skim reading and you have the time and you start to kind of look for keywords and you stop and read for a little bit to see if any of the keywords that popped out are actually what you're looking for, I'll let you do perception.
That's not really better.
I can't give you athletics. Acrobatics is...
I know.
History's
I'll
not
just
really
take the investigation at advantage. That's good.
Oh, it's all at advantage either way.
Is that it?
She hasn't rolled it yet.
Yeah.
Well, because now I'm trying to say investigation and perception. Okay, so investigation, I'd be reading everything.
Everything.
And then perception, I'm more skim reading, and then I'll do investigation.
Okay, so Kayla spends falling into her books as she reads. So, during this 6-hour stint of reading, Varkesh and Smokey,
I think me and him are dancing in the street because of how rich we are now.
In the first hour, you finish the dagger, and you are able to give it to a satisfied customer. This, by the way, his gold would be part of the previous one mentioned, so it's just all there. But it took you an extra hour to do it as opposed to the 10. Now, you are quite well situated with your coin purse, and down to you and what you want to do.
Did Valendra say she was coming back?
I hope so. Maybe we should wait for her at the Lily.
You do see that as you are doing this, a little hand tugs at your robe, Smokey. There's a tiny, small infant that looks to be very intrigued with you. An infant? As you look down, it looks to be maybe a half-orc. It's kind of hard to tell, but I mean, they're a little more green and they got some pointy ears, and they kind of go,
Mister, can you make me a metal knight? I want a metal knight.
A knight? Oh, like a little figurine.
That's adorable.
Okay, I thought you couldn't say knife for a second. Okay.
I was gonna say no. Child with a knife. I was gonna tell you no. But a knight sounds much more doable. Well, I'm gonna do a quick little insight check because Smokey's in a pretty paranoid mindset these days. Okay, it's a child.
My sister can turn into birds.
Fair point.
18 insight.
I mean, it's a little toddler, a little boy, probably the age of 4 or 5. You definitely discern he's interested and very intrigued by the display of magic and ooh and ah sparkling spectacle that you provided for the entire duration of this crafting.
Well, kiddo, I'm really good at like making sounds and noise, but as far as like actual, like things to touch, that's this big guy right back here.
Can you make
Weirdest phrasing. Of course I will. Whippersnapper. Of course, he's adorable, so I'm gonna make him a knight.
Okay, how are you gonna make it?
I've got. Aha! Great idea. I have on my personage some scrap metal. Okay. Not a lot, but it's most definitely enough for a small little.
All right. Are you going to do this by yourself, or are you going to use your channel divinity, or?
I will use my last fabricate just to get it quickly done to make the all wow shock factor for the child.
Okay.
Because it's worth it to inspire the children.
All right. So yeah, it takes you 10 minutes to do this, and I mean, how do you want to craft it?
I will get all the scrap pieces just kind of like float and intermingle, and then just like kind of cascade down, and then land in the child's hand, and you'll have a large toy knight with the steed and the lances and the chivalry. It'll be glorious.
Okay.
And you'll have it.
While this is happening,
yeah,
I'm gonna say, so, kiddo, well, what's your name?
My name is Gurg.
Gurg?
Gurg.
Gurg. Okay. Glad we got that established. So, where are your parents?
My mom is working right now.
Okay. Okay. And I will try to just amuse him with like kind of illusions to help.
Okay. He's very interested in them, and he kind of does like a again, as he enjoys the entire display while Varkesh is finishing off. Is it just a statue that you're doing?
It's a toy, like I don't know.
I mean, did you want it to be like on a wheel skateboard? Is it action figure? Or are you making like the parts like?
Sure, we'll make an action figure knight with mount.
Okay, make an intelligence check for me.
No, I'll make it simple instead.
Yeah, and Smokey will continuously whisper, less pointy, less pointy.
It's the whole fun! Don't ruin the child!
Make an intelligence check.
Happiness!
For him or me?
Oh, for him. Okay, you try, and it comes out mostly as, instead of actually the arms working, they kind of just freeze, and you're just like, okay, they're going to be a statue. But you're able to successfully have the knight be detachable from the horse.
Hey!
Hooray!
That's something.
So, you hand...
Reptile Santa has arrived!
You hand it over as you give the... I mean, how big do you want it to be, like...
Well, he's a young lad.
Size?
No, he's a young lad. He's probably not got many toys, so it's got to be sturdy, because big boys break things. So it's going to be a rather large thing. So it'll be about the size of a cat.
Okay, yeah, pretty big. All right,
Yep.
You hand it to him, and he definitely goes, look,
Enjoy.
It tilts on the ground. He's like,
Close.
Thank you, mister. Thank you.
it's kind of like on the cobblestone as he's trying to drag it.
It's hollow. It's not like made of like lead.
It's a 4-year-old. Its muscles are nothing.
It's a half-orc. I know, right?
It doesn't have much when it goes, but you see he's happy.
The kid's probably used to playing with bricks.
But as you do see him take off, he goes, "Oh," he kind of goes to his pocket and he gives it to you.
My mom always says to pay for what you get here.
That's adorable, and I can't take it.
Smokey,
What is it?
Smokey takes it. What is it?
It's a small stone that has a small animal face carved on it.
You
Aw.
can't take that.
Oh my god.
Give it back to the kiddie.
What are you I am the kitty.
The kiddie, not kitty.
I mean, it's the... look, he's already gone.
He's like 2 feet away.
No, Barkash, it's just a trade.
No, give it back to him. That's mean.
We're trying... It's not mean at all.
Give it back to him.
Well,
I'm going to take it from
you
Smokey.
did the work, so here.
Can I have Smokey make a roll 20, please, a d20?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a stone of good luck.
Or is it a bomb? It's just a fucking bomb.
Yeah, it's a bomb, clearly.
Your sister went, give this to them, and just...
9.
Okay. Let me just double check because I know you rolled it earlier.
Oh, Scries McGee. Actually, I think, is it the same day?
This is a new day.
Is it?
It's a new day.
It is a new day.
It is a new day. All right.
Brand new day, folks.
Yeah, Okay, you're good. You're fine. You hand the stone off to Varkesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I would like to... Because the child isn't going anywhere fast, we've established this, I'm going to... I'm going to
establish this.
I'm going to take the pearl out of my bag of holding, and I'm going to cast, at first level, Identify on the stone first.
Oh, you're going to just cast that right away.
Just to make sure it isn't anything glorious.
You hypocritical ass!
I'm making sure!
Okay, so you burn a first level spell, so as you focus on the stone, you're just like, it's worth it. And you just stare at it for a moment, and it is a luck stone.
Thank you! Young man!
Wait, what happened? Wait, I thought you were going to give it back to the kid.
I was, until I realized that I should keep it. Well, actually, I'm going to hand it to Smokey and say, you can keep it.
I mean, okay. I feel like you're not telling me something.
I hear carved stones from half-orc children are very lucky. Don't ask me where I've heard it.
Puts it in his pouch.
Okay.
Okay, I'm actually getting a little worried about Valindra, since we have people after us, and now we are down to a party of 2.
Sorry, y'all. I didn't think it through.
You're safe in the library.
Is there any way... I mean, I'm trying to think of a way I can try and find her. Do you have any way of trying to find her?
You guys can scry on me.
I don't think I have a locate Valindra spell.
Yeah, I have stuff that hurts people at this point.
Well, she knows where we are, so... Well, where we're staying, so why don't we head back to the Lily and we'll wait for her there?
Alright, about what time...
Her, by the way.
Yeah, about what time is it?
Yeah, you look up at the sun, it's maybe around
daytime.
2-ish.
Oh, wow. Well, what do you say we go to the Traders Guild? Because I could, if you're okay, I could get some more paper and start writing down some of the spells that I need, that you guys have tried to teach me.
Well, I was going to wait for Valindra and we'd split this up, but if you need to go and buy stuff now, yeah, sure, let's go.
Oh yeah, we can just take it out of my share. It's fine.
Okay.
All right.
So with that plus 100 on top, so I got 3,062 gold pieces. Because you said that was the money I get, and then once the dagger's completed, it's an additional 100.
I think...
So it'd be 3,062.
3,063.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Kayla's in the background going, yes.
Yes, so you have 3,063 spare gold pieces. No. You used those 100 gold to infuse the weapons with. Basically,
son of a bitch.
Yeah, so you currently had to spend 100, but you earned accumulating. I mean, your profit is technically 2,863.
863. You're right.
Fine. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care anymore.
Okay. So, you both make your way to the Traders' Hall in Bylock. Now, it's very easy to figure out where the Traders' Hall is, and many people will easily point it out to you, as it likes to sit itself in the heart of most cities. You're able to see the very familiar large, wide stone building, and as you enter, you can see the familiar basilica-like layout, as the above roof is also a clear glass, allowing light to come through. Gives it a very open air feel and brilliant lighting. It's beautiful to walk inside, and you do see the familiar desks left and right of you for you to go to, as other denizens have gone to them, are inquiring for goods, paying for services, or even trading what they have on them to those around.
Okay. Varkesh, since we got about 300 split 4 ways, roughly. My brain's going hard. It's roughly 900 gold apiece if we split it evenly. Do you feel okay giving me the 900 now? I think that's right. No. Oh, no, it's less than that. It's closer to 700.
715 exactly, if you'd like to know.
Yeah. Are you okay giving me the 700 of my share now?
He's now doing math in his head, going, carry the 5. How awesome I am.
Make an intelligence check.
Christ.
It can happen.
You have done really good intelligence rolls before.
Maybe Smokey deserves more money. Maybe hard. Math hurt.
But I trust Smokey, so I will give him the money he's asking for.
Okay.
So how much is that?
Just 700.
Okay.
Yeah. You can keep the 15. You did way more of the work. And so I will go to the Traders' Hall, and I think, I'm just going to spend 700 gold on ink and just spell crafting stuff.
Okay. You go up to the counter and you see a small, perky little female gnome that just goes, "Greetings! How can I help?"
Hi, I'm looking for components to add spells to my spellbook for scribing. How much do you have in stock?
Oh, we have plenty of that in stock. Do you need, 200 gold's worth? 500 gold's worth? Do you need 1,000 gold's worth?
Oh, I wish. 700 would be great.
Oh, okay. 700 of ink and parchment for spell crafting.
You see her go off to the side as she stops and goes,
"I'm sorry, I completely forgot. What was your name?"
Smoky Cloud.
And are you affiliated with the Traders Guild already?
Yes, my manager is Miss Lulu.
Oh.
Yeah.
She has a reputation everywhere. Yes.
She kind of nods a little bit and makes her way as she goes towards the back and pulls out what appears to be a small sheet of paper and a large parcel of what looks to be other parchments, a different kind than the one she's carrying, and an assortment of inks that are kept in a nice little wood box. As she brings them over and goes,
according to our records, you don't have that much on credit. Do you have the rest in gold?
Oh, we have it. Yeah, I have cash.
Okay, great. All right.
You see her take the golden coins.
Do you mind if I count this out?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
And you see her beginning the process of counting.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she asked. I think she has to.
Well, it's more like a polite thing, it seems, for her. But she does finish the counting and goes,
"Okay, great. You're all set. 700 gold pieces, and here's your parchment, and here's the ink. The box is complimentary to keep it safe."
All right. Well,
is there anything else I can help you with? Any other items?
She says mysteriously.
Varkesh, are you looking for anything?
Oh, am I there? All right, okay.
Yeah, you said you went with me.
I just thought you just took the 700 and buggered off.
No! I'm not doing a 4-party split, damn it.
It's like, my sister's gonna kill me. No, I don't need anything.
Alright. Well, thank you very much, and have a nice day.
You too. Bye.
As you head off.
AJ,
What?
your NPCs are on fire tonight.
Oh, okay. Good. So, you are walking away with, all the parchment and ink you could possibly need, and it is still a little past 2.
Think.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I say, maybe back to the golden lily? I mean, I was just planning to add some stuff to my spell book now.
Sure, we can do that. I mean, I have no problem waiting for Valindra wherever she went.
I mean, hopefully we'll be able to figure out where she is, and if not, I mean, you can teach me scrying, and I can learn it.
I told you that.
Well,
on the boat.
Yeah, you do have. Yeah, I have scrying, sending, and dimension door. Okay, I don't have enough gold for all of them, but because it's expensive.
Torture things.
All right, so we go back to Golden Lily.
Okay.
All right. You both make your way, easily finding yourself at the front desk with either Bip or Bap, hard to tell, as the identical twin does seem to recognize you immediately and go, "Hi, so you ready to take another room? Or the same room?"
Yeah, same room, I think.
All right. And would you like to have dinner as well?
Yes, please, and let's go ahead and make it for 2 nights.
Oh, you're staying for 2 nights. Oh, that's excellent. And you see him kind of go to the papers and go, "All right. Well, okay. I'll tally this into your tab, and it's still the 4, right?"
It'll be the same room, but only 3 people will be staying there for a bit.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm in for dinner.
Oh, for dinner, I still think only 3.
Okay. All right. We'll set a place for 3. Anything else I can get you? Do you need some towels, water?
Napkins.
Oh, is something dirty? Do you need someone to send out to clean it?
I can clean it myself. I just really would like some napkins, if possible. The good fabric ones.
Specifically napkins, not towels?
Napkins.
Okay. He doesn't really know what you're wanting to get at, but he does...
About 30 should do.
30?
Yes.
Why do you need 30?
My reasons.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Damn it. Aww. Marcus is never gonna get any napkins.
He didn't give a reason.
And you aim so high.
Oh.
I could have had an army of napkins.
He looks at you and goes, "I'll get you 5.
Oh my God.
If you need more, maybe we'll get you more. If it's not enough for the job."
I just had an image of animate objects, an army of napkins.
I know. Now we only have 5.
Just circles and windows.
Just little ghost things, yeah.
All right. Yeah, you do receive 5 napkins.
Begrudgingly take.
As you are once more given the key to your room.
Okay, what do you say? Back to the room, and I'll start scribing spells. And I was actually surprised you didn't want any more like metal or anything from the Traders Guild.
I think I've done enough of that for a while.
All right, I hope we didn't burn you out.
No, we'll probably find some later on down the line.
Okay. And
I will just onto the bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Smokey will start scribing, and it takes. He probably has a good 4 hours, right?
Well, I mean, he has all the day that he wants to work on it, so yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do Dimension Door. We'll prioritize that one, I think.
Alright, Dimension Door, which will definitely take 3 hours?
4 hours and 200 gold.
That's the 4th level, right, alright.
Yep.
So, you take 4 hours to do that. Yeah, that will pretty much give you an hour before the 6 o'clock mark for Valindra.
Yes.
So, with Varkesh taking a little nap, a siesta, as he does, you, writing away, getting the spell to be just right before you transfer it to your book. Valindra, you have been studying and analyzing the texts, scrolls, of the parchments, and you do occasionally call for Cyril to come in and replace some of the text so that you can read as much as possible. Now, when you start to read, you get a good amount of knowledge. It's very general. It's very similar to what you already know, but you kind of learn a few new details. You do learn that the army that was invading the valley, the Florin Valley, massed in about a couple million. It was a horde, a sea of undead, and it was pretty much unstoppable. You do know that they had one particular trouble, one weakness that made it difficult for them to conquer it fully, and that is that they cannot swim. The water and river that runs through the valley provided some nice natural barriers and made it difficult for them to be able to get to Alniel, which is actually protected by two large rivers on either side. So you do know that the plan, when the undead forces marched under the banner of Draken, they made their way initially to the south in an attempt to kind of loop around to get to get a large portion of the cities in there. Bylock wasn't a thing. So during that time, in order to try and stop the forces, they wanted to place a barrier of sorts to not only destroy as many of the undead forces, but to also make it impossible for them to continue pressing on. They took the remaining city that was built there, and they did implode it, causing it to cascade and fall, allowing for the underwater aquifers to fill it and make it a impassable moat. A good portion of the undead were believed destroyed in the process, and many more had fallen or attempted to march through only to be trapped in the silt below. After that time, the forces were routed and they regathered, and eventually, through the guidance and magical commands of the Lich, they were able to circumvent this little barrier and make their way around and eventually go to the city of Trilak, which was not called Trilak at the time, but that is where they besieged and destroyed the dragon city there entirely. It was erased from the face of the earth. The majority of knowledge that is discussed about the times just talk about it in a very dark sense. They have a poetic nature to it, of it being overcast with shadow and despair. All people, many of the ones who just were residents that fled, refugees, and the sort, all sought comfort with each other, and in most cases would mix and intermingle. Cultures would begin to kind of share, and they would tell stories and begin to merge, as Bylock has now become almost a future,
New York.
You get a little bit like New York, yeah, but it basically, yeah, because of all that what happened in the past, it caused this to be a place for everyone and anyone to come and meet. And Bylock seems to have it recorded in its history as a very, they're very proud of that fact, and they seem to recall all the different cultures that they've absorbed over time, and how the unity of the mortal races were able to build Bylock. Bylock is the only first and foremost city built from the ground up, and they have a very great amount of pride to that. And you do see that there are districts located throughout the city. Many of them are designated to each race to kind of give most of their culture a center point, but to allow it to expand and express all across. So you do know that there are places that if you were to wander, you might find a Kenku's section, a Dragonborn town. You might also find an Elvish quarter, and a few other interesting little segments behind its walls. Now, to where they're located, they aren't mentioned, but they do put that as a brief bit of info. But that's what you get for the most part. That's the history of Bylock.
Okay.
And as you do look up, the sun is beginning to set.
Okay. Quick question, because I know that we've talked about Dragon the Black before.
Yes.
I can't remember, is it just speculation, or is it confirmed that he's the Quiet One? Or is it just speculation?
Make a history check.
Oh, God. Draken who?
Yeah. Maybe not.
Alright. Thank you very much, Cyril. I'm gonna leave now, but I'll be back tomorrow because I do have some more investigating that I want to do.
Oh, it was my pleasure, ma'am. I really appreciate all people who like and appreciate knowledge as much as I do. Is there anything else that you need? I can have things ready for you when you come in the morning if you still wish to research.
Well, I actually haven't heard too much about this Draken Draken, is that how you say it?
Draken? Who's Draken Draken?
Well, it talks about a person, like a commander, or I think it's some type of lich. I haven't actually heard too much about him, and sort of...
I'm not very familiar with all of them. I do know that there are 4. There's the white lich, the green lich, the red lich, and the black lich. And we all know that the Black Lich was killed during the battle, not more than 100 or so years ago. I know that. But
yeah,
I don't know much else besides he was bad, evil, undead, controlled the armies, was slain by someone, a hero.
Yes. Do you happen to have any books or written tomes on the liches?
Not many people wrote about them. They just know what they are. They know that they're undead. They control undead. They're pretty scary.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just sort of curious about them is all. So I guess any texts pertaining to that...
To liches?
Well, specifically those 4.
Well, those are the only 4 I think anyone's ever heard of.
Well, then, yeah, just any lich information you have would be...
I can try. I don't know if we keep that here. I'll see if I can find someone who might have any, special books.
Yeah, I mean, if you happen to find an expert on the subject or anything like that, and you could give me their name, I would love to talk to them. I'm just, just curious.
Okay, I'll do what I can. I'll look for him. If I find him, you are staying at the Golden Lily.
Yes, I am.
All right, I'll send word to the Golden Lily for did I get your name? I don't think I got your name.
I'm so sorry, terribly. My name's
Valindra. Okay.
Yes.
All right, well, Valindra, you respected my books and my rules, so I have no problem with this at all. If you like, I can send you a note at the Golden Lily if I find anything.
That would be fantastic, Cyril. Thank you so much. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
I'm definitely a scholar, and thank you for calling me a gentleman, but I don't think I am.
He's so cute! Wow. I think you are.
Thank you. You're a really pretty lady, too.
Oh, no. I'll shake his hand and leave.
Cross the line.
Okay. As you make your way out with a bit of a more hurried step, you eventually leave the archives.
He went from cute to friend zone like that.
He doesn't get out much, and you definitely were showing him a lot more affection than he usually gets for what a kind of guy he is. But he does let you obviously move out and go towards the Golden Lily, with the sun already setting the sky a nice brilliant color of magentas, reds, and yellows.
Hey, Varkesh, I had an idea.
Really?
For the diving tomorrow. So, I'm pretty sure there's a spell that you know called Detect Magic.
I'd sit there and I do a Winnie the Pooh moment. I'm like, possibly.
Because that would be super handy when we're hunting for treasures.
Very good point.
Is that a concentration-based spell?
It is, but it's also a ritual.
I can't Moses the water and do that at the same time.
Well, we have the potions.
Do we?
You do?
Yeah, we got 2 of them.
That does definitely help. Okay, fair point. Okay, and what else? Is there anything else to your plan?
Well, that was it.
Oh.
I was pretty proud of it.
I'm just, it's pretty good.
Okay. Still haven't seen Valindra yet. I'm getting a little worried. let's say if she's not back by the time dinner's over, we start freaking out.
Deal.
Okay. With that in mind, you do wait for maybe a little bit longer as Valindra returns to the Golden Lily, and you can see that Bipper Bap is behind the counter, and they look at you and go, "Hi, you're back. Your friends are already up in the room."
Oh, wonderful! Thank you.
Do you need anything? Need a tissue?
Oh, no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Just I spent some time in the archives, got a little dust in my nose. I'm okay.
Oh, you went to the archives? Did you meet Cyril?
I did, yes.
Isn't he a card? Oh, poor guy.
He seems pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, he's nice.
A little bit odd.
A little bit odd.
A little bit odd.
A little bit odd. And you hear her in the corner, a little bit odd.
Thank you very much. Bap?
He kind of smiles and gives you a shrug. It's the Indian version of this.
Is there a way to tell a difference between you guys? Because you do look very similar. And I would like to be able to call you by name.
He kind of looks around and goes, "No one's been able to tell us before. If you can find a way."
Is your brother busy?
He's in the kitchen.
Okay.
Call for him.
Yeah, is he too busy to come out here for maybe 5 minutes?
Sure, I can get him. And you see him just hop down as he goes towards the kitchen. You hear them talk for a little bit as they both come out, and they do what appears to be a very rehearsed performance. Right leg, left leg, in sync as they walk, and then they both fold their arms and lean into each other and tilt their heads towards each other as they're staring going, and they say talk in unison. "Well, can you tell?"
Before I try this, how about a little bit of a deal?
A deal sounds good. I'm all for deals.
Okay, side question, DM. How much are the rooms currently?
5 gold
How
a
much
night.
5 gold a night? Okay. Okay, so if I am able to find a difference and call you by your own names, respectfully, we'll be able to tell a difference because, you would have to tell me who's who eventually. Anyway, if I'm able to do this and identify you separately, then you take 2 gold off of our room cost.
I think that's a start. It's a fair way to begin. But perhaps we need to have something for us to win.
Sure. What can I do for you?
If we win, and I'm sure we will, we'd like a kiss.
Ooh.
Quick, friend zone them!
Sure.
Alright. They kind of nod and look at each other as they kind of do a stepping circle around each other. Which of us do you think is our... which of us do you think is the Bip and Bap?
I'm
And they stop
going
left and right.
to study them intensely, like Sherlock Holmes with a magnifying glass intensely.
Investigation check.
Oh, Lord.
It'll be fine.
Here we go!
This will be the 20.
It is impossible to tell.
Well, obviously, I'll put the one on the left, your Bap, and I'll point to the one on the right, and your Bip.
They both turn and smile at each other and they look at you and go, "Afraid not."
Damn it. Winnie, give them a kiss, and I'll hold Winnie up. Gives them their nose a little lick.
They kind of give it a happen, but they put him down with both hands. "You know what we meant was for you to give us a kiss."
But, I sneezed earlier. I think I might be coming down with something.
I have a napkin.
Winnie is my proxy kisser. He's much better at it than I am, I promise.
I think she's trying to tell us in a subtle way that we're not good looking enough to kiss either way.
That's not what I kiss him on the head very quickly.
As you do that, they just kind of smile and they go, Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Surely.
I'll go upstairs.
Enjoy your stay.
Thanks. Damn it.
I'm
Good
so
try.
glad someone didn't do an insight check to see if they lied.
Oh, damn it! I didn't even.
Yes.
Can I like retcon insight check? Not just
It's like, wait a minute.
See what you rolled?
Just to know for my own thing.
Sure, let's see if that nat 20 came.
Like I'll still lose. 14?
Might have been hard, but you never know. Who knows? Who knows where 14 would have led? But you do return to the room, seeing Varkash laying on the bed, lounging like a lazy lizard, while Smokey looks to be burning up as much of his energy into copying and making what appears to be entries into his spellbook, with a large pile of paper and ink.
Hello, Valindra. Welcome back.
Can I go take a bath?
My tail extends out towards her direction, and it has coiled in its grasp a large brownish leather bag.
Not know your tail could do that. I'm gonna take the leather bag.
It's very heavy.
Look inside. How many gold did we each get?
That's 1,000 for you. You're not poor anymore.
This is literally the most money I have ever had in my entire life. I can retire now. This is it.
She just leaves. Bye.
It was great traveling with you guys.
It wouldn't even give you a full year at the Golden Lily.
Yeah, but Valendra doesn't fly by the Golden Lily unless Rook is involved.
All right. Well, it's almost time for dinner. Do you want to take your bath now, or do you want to?
Yeah, no, I think now is good.
Okay, I think they're pretty stickler on the time for dinner, but
I can always bring it up.
that's true. It won't be the 9-course amazingness, but yeah.
I mean, I could always bring the 9-course up.
Will they let you do that?
I'll give it a shot. And I will just march myself on out the door, make sure to duck underneath the door frame.
Mm-hmm. As you do.
Smokey will go with Varkesh.
Okay. You're able to immediately go to the counter, and they do seem to be more than capable of being able to provide room service of the meal if you choose to not stay in the dining area. Then they appreciate you at least giving them some head notice so they can give the table to someone else.
Well, now knowing that and how quickly that was sorted out, I will march back upstairs and duck under the door and go back to bed.
Okay.
All right. In that case, Smokey will take out his grimoire, and he will try to contact Grandpappy.
Okay. So you definitely take it out, and as you put your hand on it and slowly concentrate for a moment with the tracing, you do hear a, "Hello? Hello? Grandson,
Hi.
is that you?"
Yeah, it's Smokey. I was just wondering, about what time were you alive? Was it the Age of Glory, Age of Reckoning?
There was an Age of Reckoning?
What were the major events happening right around the time you died?
Well, there was a lot of confusion. There was some confusion and some troubles. There was some things that were a little on the dangerous side from the undead forces that were coming in, but that's about all I know.
That's all you know? But you're the head of our family.
Well, I was the head of the family at the time, but how much do you expect me to know? How big is the family?
Well, I mean, I was raised thinking we were a pretty big deal.
Well, I suppose everyone can think that, but how big are they?
Well, we're actually pretty small these days. There's just Nana and me, and then Bahira and Arad and Dad. So I guess there's 5.
That doesn't seem very big to
Yeah.
me.
Well, I mean, just because we weren't a big family doesn't mean like we didn't have. We had good social structure, and like we were used for like important business. Like Bahira is like really, really high up in the army and stuff.
Oh.
So she is an army lackey?
Well, I don't know about lackey. She had a contingent of 5 of the elite soldiers with her, and she had my brother too. And so, they were tough. We almost got killed by them. In fact, they were after the grimoire.
If they were after me, they were probably after what I have inside my pages, but if your grandmother told you to take it away from them, I wouldn't trust them. I would assume that they want to have my secrets, and the secrets should not be shared.
But if they're secrets that shouldn't be shared, why would they preserve them in the first place?
In the worst case scenario, when maybe perhaps you might need it for something, it's better to have it just in case. But in most cases, no, you wouldn't want to share this. This is a very dark secret. A very deep secret.
Well, okay. So, they're technically my step siblings, but they came from the Bakar family. Are you familiar with that family at all?
Oh, I am very familiar with the Bakar family.
You don't sound super happy about them. What do you know about them?
They were one of the very first to partake in the experiments to become infused with elemental energies.
What?
They were one of the very first families to be infused with the elemental energies to become the next elite fighting force.
Well, but weren't they already Ganassi?
What is term Ganassi?
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, Ganassi are a type of humanoid that are infused with a certain type of elemental energy, whether air, fire, water, or earth.
Ah, so they called them Ganassi then. Then yes, they were Ganassi. If they were successful in supplying them with a actual elemental infused humanoid, and you say that this is now the case? They are full Ganassi?
Yeah, and Nana's a Ganassi too, and so
my
is
granddaughter
Dad.
was Ganassi? Are you Ganassi?
Well, partially.
What does partially mean?
Well, I'm half fire Ganassi and I'm half Tabaxi.
What is Tabaxi?
Cat humanoid?
Cat's out of the bag now.
Well, we can talk, so I'm gonna try and project an image of myself into the book. Give it a try.
You try very hard, and he waits in silence, going, "Hello."
Okay. What about this? This is gonna okay. I'm gonna take the quill. I'm gonna try and draw a quick sketch of a Tabaxi or myself. So Can I give a performance check?
This would be a dexterity check.
Oh, I'm actually somewhat good at that. Okay, dexterity. That is a 19. Okay,
It's a pretty good drawing. It is not a stick figure in the slightest.
Yeah.
So you draw that into the pages, and for a moment, hello? Are you still there?
Can you not see what I write on your pages?
I can't see anything.
Oh.
I only can hear you when you talk to me.
Okay. Well,
What
I guess
do
if
you
you,
do?
I drew a picture of myself in the book, hoping that maybe.
I didn't know you were an artist. That is so talented. I wish I could see it.
Oh well, you're not missing much. But yeah, you seem to be pretty upset when I mentioned the whole partial elemental thing. Was that
Yes.
one of the big confusion deals when you were alive?
Oh, that was one of the many debates that were going on in the Blue Dragons. But if you were trying to go for something like that, it would be a very desperate situation for them to try to infuse lesser humanoids with elemental powers. But if they were successful, I assume that means they turned the tide to the war that was brewing?
Well, the undead, they're not completely taken care of, as I saw earlier this morning, but they are controlled and people are living in peace and prospering at this point.
Oh, so has the Blue Dragon flight completely taken over the land?
No, they're still pretty much in the Jinsen Desert.
Oh. Then all has not gone according to plan.
What was the plan? Some kind of total domination of the Blue Dragons?
It was the initial plan I was informed about.
Well, it turned out that the undead was such a big threat, as well as the 4 liches, that all the dragons, chromatic, metallic, all of them had to come together to join forces to put a stop to it. Quite a few of the dragons didn't survive.
Grandson, what is liches?
So, a lich is a wizard that uses powerful necromantic magic to become very close to immortal. And that magic also bolsters generally their control over undead.
That sounds very terrifying, and you say there are 4 of them.
Well, from what I've been able to figure out and what I've heard is that one of them was killed, and he was the one who was controlling the armies. That was Draken the Black. And the other 3, the green, the white, and the red, I don't really know what happened to them.
Promise me, grandson, that you will make sure to stay very, very, very far away from them.
But why?
They sound dangerous. I don't want my grandson going into dangerous situations. You need to at least reach your year of ascension.
Well, that's in like 5 days.
Still, I don't want you to die, so please, make sure to keep yourself alive.
Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to have more trouble with that for my step-siblings before I run into any liches.
If your family is coming towards you, then I would suggest that perhaps you try to be a little bit more stealthy. Do you have friends that can hide you?
I mean, well, the best hider kind of...
By the way, Varkesh and Valindra, this is very bizarre. He's just talking to himself.
It's like, well, he's talking to his book.
Yeah. I mean, our best hider kind of had to do take personal time away from the group. But, I mean, I cast Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum every night, so I can't get, scryed on and stuff.
That is very smart of you. Good. And if you make sure to keep that up at all times and never leave the sanctum, then you shall be fine.
Well, I mean, that in a perfect world, that's good. But I mean, I have friends and they have stuff that they want to do too.
Your life is very important to me, Smokey. I want you to make sure that you do not take risks that you do not need to take. Please be careful.
Yep, super careful. That's me.
Good.
Lying to your grandpappy.
Well, looks like everyone's back and Valindra's coming back from her bath and room service is coming, so maybe I'll talk to you later tonight.
Make sure do not die until your ascension age.
What happens at my ascension age? You're making this a very big deal.
I will let you know when you are of the age.
Well, that's not...
Grandpa!
Alright, I guess I'll... Well, I mean, I'm sure I'd try a lot harder not to die if I knew what was coming.
Are you expert in divination magic?
Yes.
Then I know there is a spell that you should be able to cast that will help you to make sure that you foresee the troubled events that might come ahead.
No!
And, just so, you know, I know you know what you're talking about, which spell would that be?
You should be able to know this already if you are divination expert.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it could be above my, current level, so, something to work towards.
You are my grandson. You must be powerful, mighty wizard.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying, but,
How long have you been trained? Are you trained at birth?
Like what? I was popped out of and then started juggling fire? Does that happen? Is that a thing?
Those with magical gifts have innate abilities that allow them to start to cast without even thinking about it.
Oh, well, I mean, I can do that. I mean, I was the first time I remember casting magic.
When were you taught? How old were you?
I think the first time I threw up my shield was when I was maybe 4.
Okay. And you had formal training after that?
My Nana taught me, so...
How well did she teach you?
I mean, I don't really have anything for comparison.
Are you able to bend fate to your will?
No.
Are you able to perceive threats that would be coming towards you from far away?
Oh, this is about the divination thing. Divination's more kind of like I don't do divination. That's my sister, my really good, perfect sister. I'm just abjuration.
I see. Well, then perhaps, as long as you stay alive and you keep yourself shielded, you will be able to unlock all the potential powers of my tome.
Okay.
Do not die.
I'll keep that in the forefront of my mind.
Good. Now, go. Get strong. Be safe.
Night, Grandpappy.
Night, my grandson.
Don't slam the cover too hard, it might hurt.
Right. During this time of your conversation, Valindra, you have successfully gone to the bath.
Okay, I will. While I'm in the bath, is there anybody else in here?
There seems to be at least 2 other ladies that are nearby, both enjoying the nice hot tub. They seem to be in the purple one.
I'll go to a different hot tub. One that's far away from that. So just a red one.
There's a red, a blue, and a purple, each of which is colored in illumination of sorts to kind of display the temperature of the pools.
I'll go to the red one.
Alright, you go into the scalding hot one.
Yes! Does it burn me?
It's quite hot. It doesn't burn you, but you do kind of get the whole lobster red. Your red markings are no longer visible because the rest of you is red.
Perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to hang out in there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go immediately to the super cold one and make it feel like as icy and cold as possible.
Okay. You definitely do a cold plunge after you enjoy the heat, getting yourself red hot like a lobster, and you prune your skin up to the max.
Yep.
Plunging.
While it's still like super cold, can I like try to find that little whisper I hear in my head sometimes?
Okay.
And I just want to say the name Draken the Black and see how he responds to it.
Okay. As you slowly immerse yourself into darkness, and you let the sounds, the whispering voices slowly grow louder as you tune out the rest of the world, the presence of your patron surrounds you. And as you linger and wait for the inevitable guidance that sometimes is given, you instead counter it by saying in the whispering dark, Draken the Black. And as you say that, the whispers do pause.
Is that your name?
Yes.
No. Okay. I thought it was. I just needed to confirm it.
Well done.
Thank you. And I bounce away from the voice.
Alright, you try to leave the Black Void, and you find that you are unable to.
Oh,
the
shit.
darkness has now surrounded you, to the point that even in this state, you begin to feel like you are materializing in the inky dark.
I fucked up, guys!
Yeah.
And as you begin to feel yourself almost materialize, become a full flesh in this black pool, you then feel a cold hand touch your shoulder. And as you look down, you see a pale blue, glowing, ghostly hand, a skeleton bones. And as it drapes across you, you notice there's a finger bone missing. And as it just sits there, you feel the cold pool that you were in turn to ice. The temperature that had dropped before has become so frigid cold, you feel that you could shatter like a crystal if someone were just to grip you too hard. And as the hand lingers there, you feel it just slowly begin to push into your shoulder as you hear occasional snaps and cracks like foots falling on a frozen lake. And as it does that, you hear a voice go right to your ear this time.
So, now that you know my name, you might be more willing to follow my demands. For should you not,
the hand grips and you see your shoulder begin to break like ice for a moment.
I will make your existence brief, but your pain eternal. Good.
The hand releases.
I have a task for you.
Great.
In the fields between the 3 cities, find the battlefield. Go into the crater and find deep, deep below my ring.
Oh God, okay. Did you say crater?
A crater.
Okay.
Go. And as it does, the whispering voice fades away, and you suddenly feel yourself return to the material, but the water is warm and pleasant. Your body is so cold in comparison that it feels like you're now in a lovely tub instead of a frigid cold plunge.
I'm gonna jump out of the tub and pat myself off.
Okay, you do. You are still shivering. The cold sensation is still strong, and your teeth are clattering a little bit as you begin to kind of dry off, and the 2 women kind of look at you a little curious as to the sudden burst and now frozen.
I just... Ladies? And I run out of the room.
Okay. You move out of the room as quickly as possible, getting yourself sorted and good to go to once more walk among the halls of the inn, and return to your room, where Varkash and Smokey are both situated with what appears to be 3 or 4 piles of food displayed out in a very similar fashion to what you've seen before.
Food!
Yeah, Valendra, are you hungry? Now you look pale.
I may have, done something.
Done what?
So, you know how before I did not know, who my patron was?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know who he is now.
Oh.
No, it's a he.
Yeah, you may have heard of him. Draken.
Have we heard of him?
Yes. Valindra
We've
has mentioned
talked
him many
about
times.
it multiple times. So, Draken the Black.
Yeah. 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 And one, he's as terrifying as the stories make him out to be. I touched him for the first time. I guess. Well, he touched me for the first time.
For the very first time.
And he has a new job for me. So I need to do that.
What's the job?
I need to go to the fields between the 3 cities, find the battlefield, go into the crater, and find his ring. Which, do I think it's the crater in Bylock?
No.
Oh, shit. So, I don't know where that is.
That sounds like something to research, if nothing else. Wow, these liches really don't die, do they?
Nope, and he's the dead one, so I don't know if the others are still hanging around.
They probably are. Okay, Smokey's gonna go over and just pull her into a big fuzzy hug.
Okay. He's warm, and she's very cold.
I will absolutely hug Smokey back and bury my face in his furry shoulder and just not let go.
Well, I mean, did he give you any kind of is there a time limit or anything?
No. I just know that it needs to be done, and he probably wants it done relatively quickly before somebody else finds it. I mean, it might be we should find Varkesh's dad's hold up here and take care of it as quickly as possible, and bounce to Trilock and take care of that as fast as possible, and then I mean, we have a little bit of an excuse for time because we have to research it, but he gave the impression that he is not really the most patient person.
Okay. Well, library's closed now because it's dark, so let's just try and sleep.
Okay.
Just continue eating, and then after the sun.
Marquez is just watching with a mouthful, kind of enjoying the sight. But... So, you all wish to just enjoy the rest of the evening, retire as you do at a reasonable hour?
Yeah, and I have cast Mordenkainen's private sanctum because it's 24 hours.
Alright.
Yeah, because it's 24 hours, so I'll have an internal clock in my head of when it happens.
Okay.
When the time limit is.
Perfect. Alright. So.
And,
common motions?
Tried to.
Okay. I didn't hear you say you cast it.
I think he was trying to be subtle.
I mean, for everyone or just for Valindra?
Well, it affects every humanoid within a 20-foot radius.
Oh.
I think Valindra's really the only one that's freaking out.
Okay. I need all Varkesh included to make a charisma saving throw.
Smokey's freaking out a little bit too.
Can I just let it happen? Because I want to be chill.
Fail.
Yeah, I'm just going to choose to fail because I would like to be chill.
Okay. Varkesh?
Well, I fail anyway.
Alright, so you seem pretty chill as well. You...
Everyone's stoned.
There is a version of everyone is mutually on the same high. As you kind of all relax and just let's just have some dinner. Let's enjoy the night. Feel good.
Yeah. And Valindra,
No worries.
if because my sister kind of snuck up on us in our sleep before, would it be okay if Winnie kind of kept an eye on things?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Okay. And yeah, Smokey will curl up in his bed and try to sleep.
Okay. Each of you taking a bed.
Before I go to sleep, I just want to... My shoulder doesn't have like a weird handprint or anything on it now, does it?
You look down, and there is a burn. Very small. Kind of one of the, when something frozen has a little frostbitey burn there. But it's more of like your skin's just a little bit scarred. But it's not noticeable by much.
Your patron's a dick.
I'm just gonna squeeze Winnie and cry myself to sleep and give Winnie the instruction of once I'm asleep, start keeping watch.
Okay. Alright. So, everyone except for Winnie goes to rest. Go ahead and make a perception check for Winnie.
Come on, little buddy, you got this! What is a 15? Right. And his perception's like, what, +3 is what we've said before?
Uh-huh. So, Winnie, as he is keeping a very watchful eye on the party, he does hear a small sound, like a little scuffle, like a shh. In the darkness, he can't see where it's from, but he hears a slight shuffle.
Can he bark?
I mean, Winnie can absolutely bark.
Yeah, he's just kind of like...
Okay.
And like, Valendra up.
He telepathically is connected to you, so he can warn you at that time.
Yeah, he's gonna bark to try to wake Smokey up, but he's also gonna wake Valendra up, and I'm gonna look and see if I see him.
Make a performance check for him.
Oh, come on, buddy. What would be his performance? +1,000,000, because he's the cutest and he can do whatever he wants. Yeah. Please let it be +1,000,000.
It's pretty small. It doesn't seem to wake anyone else up. It's just more of like a beep. Very faint.
Yes, but looking around the room.
Alright, you looking around with the dark vision, you see that there is a piece of paper under the door.
I go open the door and I start looking outside.
Empty hallway. Dark. No one's around.
Is this from Brooke? I'll look at the note.
It's a blank piece of paper. When you open it, it does seem to have calligraphy written inside, and it looks a lot like Rook's handwriting.
Good looking out, Winnie. And I'll scratch his head and I'll read the note that Rook left.
Alright. The note says, in very quick kind of sentencing, things are taking a little longer. I should be done, hopefully within the next few days. Don't wait up for me. I'll be in touch.
I'll just roll the paper up and put it on the desk next to Varkesh's bed.
Okay. So, going back to sleep with Winnie very attentively keeping an eye out again, you all successfully complete your long rest. Health points, spell slots all return to you as you wake up the next day, greeting the dawn.
As soon as I wake up, I'm going to grab the drift globe from my bag, I'm going to sit Indian style on my bed,
and make an intelligence check.
Huh? Oh, it's not been 24 hours, has it?
No, it's not.
He's going to go back to bed.
Okay.
This is what. Nope, not doing this. Come back to bed.
Alright. So, in good time, Smokey will wake up too.
Yep.
And do we know what time breakfast is served? Is it kind of a late breakfast, like 9, or is it kind of...
It's like 10, right?
Yeah, I think it's late.
He said around 10 last time.
Alright. It's a 9-course or something dinner, so he's probably not hungry. But I do remember that the diving is best at like 9 or 10 in the morning before people really get out there. So at like probably around 8 or so, Smokey's going to start shaking everyone awake.
Okay. Varkesh, you are jostled to wake up.
I grab Smokey and I flip him onto the bed and I start hugging him while I'm sleeping. Like a giant bed.
Okay. This is getting old.
Not yet, it ain't.
Smokey's gonna start doing just like minor illusion to do the
while asleep I tap Smokey on the head to snooze button. What? I'm awake.
It's time to get up. We gotta go dive into some ice cold water.
Oh, great.
That's excellent.
Okay. And he'll repeat as much as he needs to for Valendra as well.
Okay.
To get her up.
Oh yeah, no, Valendra's up.
All right. You are all awake and ready to go, fully rested, as you prepare yourselves, donning your armor and getting your gear in check as you return to the docks of Bylok. Now, the boat is still safe and fine, but you do know that there's only 1 day left that you have paid to park your boat with the dockmaster.
How much was it to park the boat?
Make a history
Silver. I'm pretty sure it was a silver. I'll take a history check too.
Wait, it was a gold because I tried to give him my last gold.
I will. I'm pretty sure it's silver, so I'm going to check myself. 19.
Gold.
Not that. Son of a bitch. I do remember that now. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because I handed over my last gold, and then everyone was like, no, I'll do it.
And Rook gave you 1 back, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're burning daylight. Let's go.
All right. You board the steamboat Winnie. Either any one of you wishes to take the helm.
I'll do it.
All right. So, with the remaining 2 on, you make your way once more to the center of Bylok. Where do you wish to go?
Right. So we have 3 different destinations. We tried the shallow. We tried the deep. We didn't try the middle one.
Let's try the middle one.
Okay.
All right.
You steer the boat into that general direction and vicinity. Making your way there, you do know that there is still no anchor on the boat, so when you disembark, it'll kind of free float.
I think the people who really need to go down are me and Varkesh. So, Valendra, if you want to stay and keep the boat afloat.
Just like last time?
Just like last time.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm just gonna take the boat a little bit away from where you guys drop down, just in case you need to, And here, take Winnie.
Okay. And I think I'm actually going to go down first and just take a look at things, because we only have so many potions. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will go ahead and cast Ultra Self Aquatic Form.
Okay, so you cast Aquatic Form with your Alter Self, lasting for an hour, as Varkesh drinks the potion.
Oh, nope, don't drink. I'm gonna take just a cursory peek first.
Okay. So, you dive down into the waters. It's shallower than the deep, and more light is able to be seen from the sunshine above, but it is still a little dark. Your vision is dampened.
Okay. So,
what do you want to look for?
I'm gonna look for dead bodies.
Okay, make an investigation check.
All right, it's even better now because that stone. That is a 25.
You're not attuned to the stone.
What?
You have to attune to it.
I have to verbally say it. I can't just. Okay,
unless Varkesh told you it was magical, he just gave you the stone.
This is fair. 24. I actually already added it to my stuff.
Okay. But yeah, it's down to Varkesh if you want to have said that he told you it was magical.
Said that it was magical.
Alright, Varkesh told you? Alright, so
Pulling teeth.
Varkesh gave you the insight to know that it is magical, and you slowly focused and attuned.
Okay. So 25 investigation.
Alright. As you explore the bottom of the water, you do occasionally see hands and other body parts that stick out from the silt, but they are motionless.
Mm-hmm. Do I see any sort of buildings or wreckages or that sort of thing?
Make a perception check.
You're right. Not quite as good as those, but here we go. 17. Good.
You see what appear to be a few bits of pillars and other walls that have been buried deep within this kind of ruin. But you can tell that there was at least something that was constructed around this general area.
Okay. And as far as comparing them to the previous sites, is it kind of Like, does it seem like it's more fruitful as one or the other, that kind of thing? Like, as far as stuff that's to be found?
Make an insight check.
So many checks. This is my worst one of the 3. 21!
Nice! Oh,
20.
natural 20. Okay, so as you try to analyze to see what's the better one, you kind of start to actually piece together kind of like a visualization of what this was once originally. And you begin to see that as you look across the expanse, you can kind of make out what this once was, and you can see what appears to be a corner of a temple. And you can see that the pillars that had once fallen left and right seem to have once more situated at the end and kind of expand them like a palisade that went around this structure. And you can see deeper in, there might have been maybe a statue of some sort to an altar. It's kind of hard to tell from the distance you're at, but you can see that there might be something at the heart of this building.
At that point, I'm going to swim back to the boat.
Okay. You swim straight back up, and you see once more Varkesh and Valindra staring down at you as you re-emerge.
All right, I think we got a temple, so that definitely seems worth going. So, Varkesh, did you prepare the detect magic spell today?
Did you prepare the detect magic spell, Varkesh?
I did. I think I may have already. Yes, I already have that preset.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and do your ritual or cast it now, and then drink the potion. I think this is a good site to look around.
Can do.
Okay.
I will pop the drinky of the water potion and then cast detect magic.
Okay. Would you like to ritual it or just to cast it?
I will ritual it.
All right. Giving the extra 10 minutes. So Smokey, you now have 10 minutes off of your hour long. Is it an hour long?
It's an hour.
All right. And Valindra, you are also partaking in the potion?
They wanted me to sit up top and make sure the boat didn't float away, but I am sending Winnie down, and he's going to ping me if they have an issue.
Okay. You do know that it is a couple 100 feet down. With swim speed, it would take you a while to get there.
Well, if he hangs on to me, we're going to sink like a stone.
You can dimension door, actually, up to, I believe,
500.
Yep, so you could probably dimension it right into the...
I'll just poof into the chaos.
That's how you do it.
And the bends.
Yes.
And the bends, yes. That could be a problem.
That'd probably kill you.
That could kill her.
Yeah.
I think we'll avoid science for a little bit to make sure that doesn't happen. That's a little mean.
Yeah.
Valindra would die from the bends, though, I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely would. So to avoid that, we'll just say the magic kind of embraces and prepares you for the pressure change.
Yep.
So, actually, you know what? I'll say what helps you is also the water breathing potion. If you drink it before you go in.
I would.
So, Varkesh and Smokey, you both dive down. Varkesh more like a sinking roll instead. He just kind of, like a Mary Poppins version, just kind of floats down. Doesn't need to do much of a swim, but...
Cast light on my mace.
Okay.
Descend down.
You have the drift globe.
I'm not going to I'm going to wait. I'm not going to, just have all of a sudden take out the drift globe and all of a sudden a giant guppy swims by and just nicks it, because then I'll be angry.
All right. Just so you know, though, there are there's less, but there's still a few, little, hands in the silt. So they may be attracted to the light.
As we say.
Just so you know.
Descending into the depths.
Yeah.
All right. So, you all descend down as Varkesh once more lights the mace, allowing you to see the depths much more clearly. As you head towards, basically, he kind of guided you as to where to fall. You pretty much land right at the center and heart of the temple. And as you make your feet touch the silt, you can see what he was basically describing to you. And at the back, there is an altar. Varkesh, as you begin to move towards it and you get closer, when you get within 30 feet, suddenly, at the altar's feet, there is a bright, pinging light as you can see a halo appear. There's a magical aura.
Ooh. Can we speak underwater with the potion, or does it just allow us to breathe?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, then I will Then, Smokey, there's a magical pinging thing over there.
Well, what object is it? Is it an object? Is it the altar?
Would I know?
It looks to be an object separate from the altar.
It looks to be an object separate from the altar.
Alright, swimming towards it.
Okay. At the moment, you have no idea exactly where it is. It is beneath the silt. You can see that Varkesh is looking at something buried, and he's kind of looking down at it, but you would probably have to dig for a little bit to get it.
Alright,
I will dig. I will start digging.
Yeah, Smokey's going to kind of stay away because his thing is concentration, and he's worried about getting hit and starting to drown.
Okay. It's a valid concern. So, Varkesh, you go down, and as you do, you find that uncovering from the silt what appears to be a box. A very small one, but you can see that as you look at it, the box itself is glowing. And you can see that it has what appears to be some kind of abjuration around it. You don't know exactly, but there's something that is warding or protecting it.
Okay. I will cast Dispel Magic on the box.
Okay, what level?
I'm going to do level 4.
Okay.
You have an abjuration wizard for this very thing.
Well, you up and fucking swam backwards, so you're
I'm like 10 feet hovering above you.
I don't know that. I'm a reptile. I have like no sense of depth perception under the water.
Water, the weakness of Varkesh. Who knew?
Just like laying on a tanning rock all day. That's all I do.
But yes, go ahead and roll for me your wisdom check.
Ooh, higher than 4th.
Bullets. Okay.
Come on, Varkesh.
15.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Alright. As you focus, and you then blast a Dispel Magic on the box, it drops.
Do I drop what? I drop the box, or
Magic that was surrounding it has been dispelled.
Aha!
I give wherever Smokey is floating in my proximity the proverbial thumbs up.
We can talk, remember?
I don't remember these things. And I open the box if it isn't locked.
Alright, you try to open it, and it is locked.
I will bust it open.
Alright, make a strength.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't bust it
It's
open.
kind of like a...
Whoa, wait, what are you doing?
Oh wait, shit, yeah, we can talk underwater. I totally forgot.
I mean, well, I'll take a look at the box. What do I see? Does the box itself look valuable, or?
The box looks to be very well crafted and made, and you can see that it not only has a nice kind of like wood grain, it's a solid plank, so it's not built up little pieces, it's like a solid frame. And you can see what appears to be small little etchings around it in a language you do not know.
For
Actually, tell me,
cash,
what languages do you know?
I only know Common, Primordial, I think, and Goblin.
Okay, no, sadly not.
Yeah, mine are pretty damn niche.
Okay.
But yeah, Varkesh, this is really nice. We should probably try and preserve this. We could probably sell the box if nothing else.
Good. I would like to know what's inside.
Well, I mean, we can try and figure it out if we go back up. But do you see?
I have a great idea. Rock! Oh wait, he abandoned us.
He said lives were at stake. But anyway, do you see anything else that's sort of glowy?
Do I see anything else by my magical proximity?
Nothing within 30 feet of this particular one, no. You just see this one.
Okay, I'm gonna try and investigate this altar a little closer for any, like pottery or stuff. So why don't you go ahead and take a walk and can I judge like how far a distance I can see his like light?
It looks bright enough to at least see it at least maybe 30 feet. I mean,
Okay.
you can see it. It's a very faint glow, but if you want to like brightly see it, it'd be at 30 feet.
Yeah. So just try and stay within 30 feet of each other.
Forgetting I can speak again.
Yep. So I'm going to try an investigation check on just the general area around us. for anything valuable, pottery, jewelry, offerings.
Make an investigation check. Are you holding on to the box?
I'll give it back to Varkesh.
Okay.
Put it in my bag of holding.
All right.
Okay, investigation. Come on.
Ooh. So, as you try to look around for anything, you just get distracted and you see what you think might be something interesting, and you start to dig into it a little bit. It's like, maybe it might be something valuable. And as you do, you pull up what appears to be a skeletal hand, and as you touch it, it jerks and then grabs onto you. I need you all to roll for initiative.
Peace.
Oh, fuck. Including me?
Well, I mean...
Winnie would ping me.
Winnie would ping me.
Well, let's see if we can take care of this guy really quick.
Winnie with a little sonar and a little periscope him.
I mean, yeah, Winnie would ping you, so go ahead and do your initiative. That would.
Do I need to roll initiative for Winnie? So
that's amazing.
No, Winnie. We'll do Winnie on your turn, just to make it easy.
Oh, good.
Where are my spells? I can do shock and grasp. That's
Alright, tokens on the field, or does it not really matter?
Oh yeah, put your tokens on the field, and that'll help you put into the initiative order.
Yeah.
How excellent is everyone right now? Ooh, you guys are doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I got a 19 on initiative.
Yeah, you got 2 19s on initiative.
And that should be 24 because I get +1 for
well,
it's a skill check.
All right. 24 and okay. So yeah, this thing okay, it goes before Valindra, but all right. So, Smokey, you do have a hand. It's kind of going to grab at you. So this is the time where it's like you can use your action to disengage, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to disengage and just float like 30 feet. No, yeah, 30 feet because I have swim speed with this. Just up in the air, and I'll just yell, "Varkesh, they're coming up! They're waking up! Waking up!"
What? Have you made friends again?
No, I've made mortal enemies. And yeah, I'll give Winnie a pet just to make sure that he stays calm.
Winnie.
No, I am an animal. I'm not Urgra.
All right, you do. Winnie's been watching the entire time as Valindra's just going ups on the actual thing. We're in the middle of the shit. Varkesh.
Yeah.
All right, I will go towards. Am I within 30 feet?
Yes, you are within 30 feet.
And I will move, and I will mace the hand.
All right. Go ahead and make a melee attack.
First, don't do this very often, so I'm not holding up much hope. Okay. 7 bludge.
Plus your fire damage.
Yeah,
Does that really take effect underwater?
It does.
partially, probably.
Does it?
It does.
He's telling you yes.
I never roll my melee attacks, so I don't
It's a
remember.
D8. 1d8.
The D8.
Oh, okay, thank you. So cover that. Yeah.
Ooh, 14 damage.
damage.
Alright. So as you swim over, you immediately take your mace and you bash the hand, and as you do, you see it kind of cracks a little bit as some of the fire just licks it as a bit of bubbles start to go away from the water, heated up from the flame, this magical essence that you imbue from your god. The hand does take the damage in full.
Well, I say here that hand is the skeleton. I'm just going to check it in.
So, but yeah, is that all you want to do in a bonus action?
No, I'm saving my spells because I don't like being underwater with nout spells to use.
Okay, so as you see yourself kind of getting ready, the hand comes up, another hand breaks from it, another hand, another one, another one. You see what appear to be 8 hands come out. Each one is associated to the ribcage, and you can see what appears to be a slithering-like presence, and you can see a naga almost kind of emerge with a skeletal head with fangs like a snake, and you can see these 8 arms coming out like a spider.
Oh, fuck.
Spider snake?
Spider snake.
That's fucked up.
Screw Spider Pig, you're facing skeleton Spider Snake. Triple S threat.
This is all Valindra's fault because she had to go mess with a patron and find out his name.
He was down here before I found that information out, I think.
All right.
You're up above. You don't know. I didn't say this out loud.
Well, yeah, but she absolutely sees this. I mean, with Winnie, it is pretty darn obvious at this point.
So, are there rolls for the grapples, or do they just hit?
No, they don't just hit. Luckily, but
they don't just.
But they do make their grapple attacks. So what's going to happen is they're going to grab. Well, let's see. We'll see what happens first. So each one is going towards. It's going to swim, so it gets itself first towards Varkesh.
Okay.
It's not really much of a swim, it's more of like a slithering around kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes to Varkesh first and tries to grapple him. So Varkesh, make your athletics check for me. Oh, good luck. That is a natural 20.
Yeah, but if he gets a natural 20, then he will defeat it, and I know he's gonna get a natural 20 because he is the best, so there's a way to his down.
The exact opposite end of the spectrum. So as you try to get away, you're just like, aha!
I'm just like,
oh
no! For the wall. Thanks!
There's a little comedic moment of like, as Varkesh gets grabbed, the little eyes bulge out suddenly. Instead of him kind of being able to resist it, it's just a full-on. And as he is grabbed, it takes Varkesh with him. As it goes,
oh, great.
You see that it starts to extend as the body begins to push. It is a huge creature, not a large.
Oh, lovely.
Massive, and you see it go up towards Smokey. It can't quite reach you at the moment. So it jumps.
What does that mean?
It's going to jump and try to grab you. So instead of using all of its hands in a grapple, it can only make one grapple attempt in the jump because you're out of reach.
Okay.
So you make an acrobatics or athletics check to avoid the grapple. 15.
Natural 3.
Okay. So, as you try to swim away, you see it just coil and go, and grab onto you as it pulls you both down back to the waters below. You then see them kind of holding them as each hand goes around and begins to try to dig into your flesh.
Oh, I thought it took all its actions
for either
on me.
hand.
Okay. Wait, how many hands are we talking here?
8.
8.
Oh.
So, here we go. 8 misses Varkesh.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah. Natural 1 misses Varkesh. And a 20. Does that hit?
It misses.
All right, Varkesh, your armor keeps you safe from these piercing, bony hands as they try to gore at you. They try to pull and dig at your flesh, but find nothing to purchase themselves.
Looking at the cat, going, "You caused this."
But as Smokey and you look at him, 3 hands go to him.
I'm pretty good. That will just hit.
Okay. You're using your protection.
It automatically happens. So yeah,
all
just
right.
tell me the damage.
An auto happen. Okay, yeah. So we'll just go ahead and roll the damage for you there, because you're gonna have to do a lot of math. All right. So this one does 11.
Okay.
All right. And then the second one, 15 misses.
Yep.
All right. And then the last one, 19.
That'll hit.
All right. And so that is a total of 11 plus 12, 23.
I have 1 point left of my arcane ward.
All right. Your ward protecting you from most of the piercing attacks. As they try to dig in, they hit mostly just the smoke, this vapor that seems to keep you from harm. And as this is happening, Valindra, you are now your turn, looking kind of back into your own vision. You can see that Winnie is now watching this horror.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
Nothing. You can't. I mean.
Don't come down, or are you just gonna bamf out?
Yes.
Yes is the answer.
If I... How deep is the water here?
About at least 200 feet.
200 feet? Shit. Okay. And...
By the way, Smokey and Varkesh, you are held into 2 separate sides of this huge creature. You are
of course we are.
10 feet apart.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know how?
Tails.
Do I know.
They are not 10-foot tails.
But we have 2 tails, though.
I mean, your tail's not 5 feet.
Oh.
Do I know how fast I'd be able to sink if I just jumped in with my adamantine?
You would sink at probably half the rate of falling.
How far down
around,
would I get?
Basically.
What?
30 feet around.
Oh, so about the same as like.
Great.
It takes a bonus action for you to drink.
Yeah. I will drink and then jump. And then. Am I within 120 feet of it?
No.
Damn.
Alright. You drink and you jump, but you have an action if you wanted to dash.
Yeah, I guess I'll dash.
Okay. I believe the potions give you swim speed.
I don't know.
Let me double check.
My head.
Let's see, just in case. Okay, no, you just breathe. Right. So you're moving at half speed. So you begin to descend. Varkesh? Sorry, no. Smokey.
Yeah, having not needing to worry about breath, Smokey's just like, you may be big, but there's still just one of you, and I cast Banishment.
Okay. So, as you cast Banishment, it makes a Charisma saving throw, correct?
Correct. DC 16.
Okay. Alright.
Natural 1.
Alright. So, as you cast it, the magic begins to coalesce around it, and then suddenly it stops. And you see it go... It uses a legendary resistance.
Is this a based boss?
You garbage person. Okay.
So, currently, they did use its legendary resistance.
And that is my action. Still no bonus actions, because I'm at least playing with a rule in my head that I can't buy spells that I want. They have to come to me naturally. Otherwise, I would have bought Misty Step yesterday and added it to my book.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it now because I already used a leveled spell. But I think that's all I can do. I have 0 movement and no bonus actions.
All right,
so.
And nothing to drink. It's okay.
I haven't taken any damage.
Not
so,
yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. I know.
It's good stuff. Varkesh.
Okay, on my turn, I will cast Spirit Guardians at level 3.
Oh, all right. So, with the Spirit Guardians coming out, it makes a Wisdom saving throw.
What? 9 damage?
Buddy.
So,
Something,
it rolls a 6. No, it fails.
Well, at least it takes a powerful 9 fucking damage.
It does.
something.
It absolutely does. As you see Varkesh once more summon the small little golden wormlings that then become this kind of weird platinum silver. Yeah, that's right. And they start to float and move around, and as they do, they start to zip in the water, and you see them bite and claw at the creature as it kind of looks at them, not very concerned, but
like angry pugs, just like
they're little puppies. But they are trying their best. That is your action. Bonus action, anything?
I would like to cry.
All right.
That's my bonus action.
Your salty tears mesh well with the water.
Yes, I'm no bonus action.
All right. So the creature grappling you in each arm uses its other 3 to gore at each of you. So first 3, we shall go to Varkesh.
Okay. Yes.
So 22.
Just meets.
All right. So that one you will take 11 piercing on that one.
I have to do my con save now.
Yes.
Con save. Best not fail it. Otherwise, that's a waste of third
because of your.
level.
Oh, you barely pass. Oh, do you barely pass?
It passes!
Okay. So 13 misses you for the hit, but then the third attack is an 11. No, that misses.
I'm fine.
So, you're fine. Just keeping it cool. Smokey, you take 1 gore attack that goes 19.
It'll hit.
All right, you take 16 piercing.
Ooh.
you guess you drop to 15 because of that one ward.
Yes, doing
save.
math. Yep, here it comes. That isn't... Okay.
And as you do that, you take your last breath with you before you suddenly feel your gills seal away. And you just have your minute of normal breath at the moment.
Sure.
And then the other one attacks 25.
So I'm going to have to kiss the cat again.
You take 9 on top of that.
Okay.
And the third one, 13.
29. Finally. Yeah, that misses.
Alright, so the last one misses, but as you can see, the creature, when he eyes kind of a little bit and kind of relaying what it can to you for what the hell is going on, you can direct Winnie to do something if you wanted to, by the way. But at the moment, they are just being taken by this creature, and as it does, it seems to slither with them closer to the silt, and is now beginning to kind of tuck them down nearer to the actual basin of the lake. It is your turn.
Okay. With my next 30 feet, am I within 120 feet of it?
That'd be 90 feet. Yeah.
I'm within 90 feet?
You're 110.
Yes.
It was 200 deep.
Yep.
So I'm within 90 feet.
Yes. No.
Even heckin' better.
No,
you're within 120 feet.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
No hex yet.
You're at 110.
Okay.
Girl,
I will...
this is a mess.
Yeah, it is kind of a mess. Will... cast... Chill Touch.
Oh. Okay. Well, it misses. You try to aim it, but you're going off of just like kind of coordinating between Winnie's vision and your distance, and you're trying to do this triangulation, and it kind of goes a little wide and misses.
I mean, you have no modifier on that spell for some reason, but it's still a natural 3.
Oh, that's weird.
Your macro is messed up.
8 or something like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but no, sadly misses. Any other action you'd like to take?
I really don't want to...
Belmont's like, yes! Belmont's like, yes, there's one!
No, not at this point.
Okay.
Sadly.
Alright, Smokey, it's your turn.
Yeah. So Smokey's going to cast Dimension Door on himself.
Okay, where would you like to go?
I'm going to go just to the surface.
Alright, straight up, you're going to have some interesting effects now. You do not have a potion.
Oh no, he ain't gonna get the bends, is he?
I mean, are we gonna do that? Because Smokey would be aware.
Science.
I'll give you a small amount of it, but it's not going to be...
Well, let me ask you this. So because I have 1 minute left, is it just one spell or 2? With verbal components, with that amount of prayer.
It depends on the spell.
I could only pull off one spell.
I would like Dimension Door, and then I would like to cast Alter Self the next round.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me to see how well you can hold the remaining air.
Sure.
Barely. Your DC is 10 for it. You're just barely. So you
okay.
Barely Dimension Door out as you just kind of do a little.
Yeah, especially and because if the bends are a thing we're including, and Smokey having warned Valindra of it just a few minutes ago, he will travel vertically. We'll say
vertically or horizontally.
Horizontally, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
Vertically.
Because I was like vertically, and I was like this. And I was like, wait a minute.
Nope. Okay. Horizontally, doing some math of my speed. We'll say this thing can't be that fast or super fast.
Won't be.
I'm gonna say 130 feet to the right.
Okay.
Well, just remember, with my Spirit Guardians up, its movement is reduced by half.
If it's holding on, that's okay. We'll say 100 feet away.
Okay, sure.
To the right.
100 feet to the
Yep.
right, you dimension
I'm
door
out.
into the darkness. You can see the faint light of Varkesh's mace still. Barely. It's a very, very bare, tiny light. The only reason why Valindra is able to even make the attack was because she's kind of looking through Winnie's eyes to kind of make a gauge.
Is Winnie still with Smokey?
I think he was with me.
Do you want to take Winnie with you? Dimension Door requires you to choose to do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's just Winnie's floating there going,
and is Winnie willing? Because if Valindra has Winnie go, then...
I think I would take Winnie with me.
Does Winnie wish to go?
Yeah.
Alright. You lose the vision of the battlefield as Winnie is now sucked 100 feet off to the distance.
Okay, and then I will push Winnie towards the surface, give him a little smack on the bottom, and I will move.
Yep,
I can see the light.
Very
I'll move up to 80. I'll get within 80 feet of the light with my movement.
It's still very faint.
Actually, I can only do 15 because I'm not transformed, so it's 85.
Then it's still very, very faint.
That's fine. Yep. Okay.
All right.
That's my turn.
All right, Varkesh.
okay, I'm not going to break out of this grapple, but it does now take my Spirit Guardians again.
Yes, is it at the end or start of its turn?
I think it's the start of my turn.
Its turn.
Its turn at the start or end of its turn?
I want to say end.
I was going to say, so technically since it ended its turn after, because you got to cast this first, it would have made it already.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it failed, so you can go ahead and roll for the damage.
Oh, please be good. 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 17, much better.
Oh, there you go.
Much better. The dragons are getting a little bit more vicious and more powerful as they start to take off more of the bone, kind of gnawing on it, going...
And the ankle bite is awesome.
Even though there's no ankle
not going
but it's fine.
Segment bite is then.
Schematics.
So, I'm going to not break out of its grasp, but I'm going to start using my mace a bit more now, and I'm going to wail on it.
Alright, go ahead and make your melee attack.
Please hit.
Oh, that
18.
hits. Yeah. And get to roll your
Yay,
extra
7.
1d8.
Roll 1d8. Bah. There you go.
Alright, nice.
Something.
Dilly, and 9 damage. Very nice. So you bring your mace up and you
9 damage.
shatter it against some of the arm bone, fracturing it more as you're trying to get it to let go of you. Just like, break it.
Let go, you bastard! Fucking.
Yeah? Bonus action, anything?
Nope, no bonus action because
Alright.
I am still incredibly healthy.
You being the only one left and it unable to determine where your ally went, and being the light source is you, it goes ahead and uses all of its attacks on you. So all 7 remaining hands begin to try and dig into your flesh.
It's fine.
Alright, so 25.
Yes.
Alright,
Okay.
11 piercing for that one.
Alright, let me do the con save for this.
Alright,
Alright, just so we can get this.
you have to beat a 10.
You'll be okay.
Oh, good lord, why are you just
He's
barely
okay.
doing this to me?
He's okay.
Alright, second
Barely is
attack,
enough.
16 misses. Alright, third attack, 23.
Alright,
Alright, that's another
Mod.
13 damage.
alright, con save.
Pretty decent mod.
Okay.
You just
still
again,
make
you're
it.
holding on to it.
Uh,
Alright, fourth attack. Natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
You take 28 points of damage. Your DC is now a 14 for this con save.
You're
You
good.
barely make it
thank
again. Alright, fifth attack. 25.
Fucking stop hitting me, damn it.
And 17 on top of that.
You need a 16 or higher to hit him. Oh my gosh.
You maintain it. Alright, this is number 6. 21.
Stop hit! No, it misses.
That misses.
That misses. And then the last one, 10. Misses.
Misses.
All
So
right.
how much damage do I take in total?
Alright, that's 17 plus 23 is going to be 20.
40.
40. Wait, 40?
You said 17
Oh, yeah,
plus
yeah,
23.
40. Yep, and then add the 13 on top, so 53 plus 11, 64.
It's
Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm about half health.
Alright.
So
Valindra, it is your
First
turn.
party.
You are blind to wherever they are. You know he's somewhere beneath you.
question. Can I speak
It's a
through
light.
Winnie as a free action? Because like usually you'd be able to like speak.
Yeah, you can speak through Winnie.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask Smokey, what are we doing? Are we running?
Alright, that's an action, by the way.
Wait, speaking is an action?
From your Find Familiar, in order to
Winnie.
telepathically link and to speak and hear and do everything through it, it is one action.
Oh, because that's what I was asking, if it was a free action.
Unless you were already still telepathically bonded and you didn't break it, you could have done that. Because like I said, you were coordinating your attack, so I would say you would still have been bonded at that point.
Yeah, I was shooting through it.
Yeah. So yeah, you're still bonded. You can talk naturally. This is part of your thing.
Okay. What are we doing? Are we running?
I have no air to spare.
Yeah.
Kayla totally forgot that he can no longer do that.
Well, she didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Winnie can see that I am furry again as opposed to scaly.
Yeah, there are no gills.
I'm 120 feet away.
110.
Yeah, 110, yes. When you sink again, you will drop to 80 feet away from it.
I'm just gonna keep sinking.
Alright, you're 80 feet away from it now. You can't
And then
see
I will bonus action hex.
it. You can't see it.
I can't see it?
Can't
With
see
my
it.
super great dark vision?
It's not necessarily being able to see in night when there's like clear air. There's a murky, opaque, water that is blocking your vision. It's kind of like looking through a fog cloud. It won't pierce that in a sense. You can see a very faint light. Very faint. Like a little glow. You can still make an attack in that direction with disadvantage because you're aiming at what you think is the creature.
Oh, she's gonna fucking hit me, I know it.
It's also huge.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
also there are spirit guardians going around too, so there's like a bunch of sources of light. So lighting it up, it's surrounding the monster.
It's a dim light for the spirit guardians, sadly.
Alright.
I know, we want it to be, but I had to do this because this is one of the looking up things I had to do, because I was like, alright, they're going underwater fights. How much can you see underwater? Okay, pretty much if you're a human, it's about maybe 20, 30 feet.
You can
with a
say
light
that
source.
this lake was like a fucking tropical lagoon where it's pristine, crystal
Hawaii.
clear waters.
Yeah, if you were in the shallows, you could see perfectly, but you're not.
We're in mid.
You're in the mid.
I guess
you're
I'll just dash again.
Oh, okay, you're gonna action dash. Alright, so as you kind of do this little version of like trying to swim faster and get your down a little faster, you make it, and you are 60 feet away. Actually, no, you're 50 feet away.
50.
And Varkesh comes into vision. You can see his light source.
Okay. Can I bonus action cast Hex?
It's a bonus action, then yes.
Okay, and he's gonna have disadvantage to strength
Okay.
stuff.
Alright, so with a disadvantage to strength checks, you cast the hex. Would you like to do anything else?
No.
Alright, no action surge today.
I hate using action surges on grounds where I dash.
Okay.
Alright.
Smokey.
I know that's the best time to use them because then you actually get a friggin' action.
Yeah. So I will use the last of my breath to cast Alter Self.
Alright, just barely getting it out as you feel yourself start to drown. You just involuntarily suck it in, but as you do, you just develop enough gills to turn it into, actual breathable water as opposed to drowning.
So I am 85 feet away.
Thank you for the follow.
I am going to swim. Actually, crap, because now Valendra's in the water.
Yes.
Yep. Could have gone to Varkesh before. I will swim. I'm going to use my feline agility.
Right.
So I have my full speed. I'm going to swim. Tell me when I get. How close do I need to be to see the creature?
At 60 feet, you can see Varkesh and the creature.
Oh. I can see the creature too.
You can.
Okay. In that case, I will stay 60 feet away. So I didn't use my feline agility. I didn't need it. I will yell out, Alale, as a free action, I assume, because just to speak.
Make a performance check to see how loud you can yell that.
Smokey.
Give me something good.
Alright.
18!
Despite the fact that you are in water and sound travels differently, you are able to spread it out into the waves, and you can feel it maybe kind of seem to make connection. And as you do, you can see that from Varkesh's bag, there's a bit of a thrum. It is in there, but it is not out.
That's something. Okay. After that, I am going to cast. I can see it, and it's a huge creature.
Oh,
so
yes.
I am going to cast Synaptic Static on just it.
Okay.
Like, you targeted it that way.
Yeah,
so
calculating it so it doesn't go to Varkesh.
yeah.
All right.
So that is an intelligence saving throw, DC 16.
All right. It rolls a 5.
Hey!
It takes the full damage and is affected by a minus D6 on all of its attacks and ability checks.
Nice.
Smoky!
That is going to be some nasty things for
Oh,
this creature.
shit. I can't cast. Can I cast it this turn? I think I may have just. I cast Alter Self this turn, didn't I?
Oh, you did. Okay, we'll just say you're preparing
We'll
that for
save it.
next turn.
I'm definitely doing that next turn.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll say within. I see it 60 feet, and I'll actually. I'll keep. I'm gonna toss Winnie up to like try and get him to safety.
Oh yeah, Winnie's already been swimming once you patted the butt.
Oh, good. And then I'll stay where I am, and I'll keep a lookout for anything else that may try to kill us.
Okay. Yeah, Winnie can go wherever you want, by the way, Kayla. So you
Yeah.
just say wherever he wants to go during your turn. He can move, swim.
He's gonna stay with Smokey.
Okay, so he's kind of paddling with you. He's not leaving your side.
Okay, so I'll stay at 60 feet away.
All right, and hopefully Varkesh will survive
Hopefully.
the rounds before your static shock. Varkesh, what are you going to do?
Would it not have taken more spirit damage now?
At the end of his turn, it would.
Yeah, I can't really afford to stick around in its clutches
It
for too long,
fails.
so
I think it goes after Varkesh, doesn't it?
It's at the end of its turn if it doesn't leave the space.
Oh, that's true,
on the
that's
string,
true.
and since
Yeah.
it didn't leave, so it will take the full.
even still, it took like a little bit over half of my health away within that volley, and I really
Dodge!
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the Spirit Guardians.
Okay, well they do the 1 damage for them because it did fail that one time.
Okay. So I shall do that. Once I can find the fucking damn thing. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I've just lost track of all my spells. So there we go. 3. So it does an additional 12.
As you do that, you can see that some of the bones are starting to break away as the Spirit Guardians are snapping them off and gnawing the bones. It looks rough.
Go, little guys. And I'm going to drop Spirit Guardians, and instead I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement on myself.
Oh, all right. That's not a concentration, by the way, so you can keep your
Oh, was it not? I thought it was. Thank fuck for that. Wait, it says...
Yep, it just lasts an hour.
I'll take it.
All right.
I will also take that. And then my bonus action, I'm going to drink a health potion.
Okay, so with that, you can spend 5 feet of movement to break away from the grapple.
I'm going to move my ass back 5 feet.
All right,
and then
you move
the rest
back.
of the way.
You move a total of 10 feet away from the creature.
Excellent.
So the slowly swim and platey plate. You're just kind of like, it's like,
Did
aha!
Did we decide that the potion doesn't give you a swim speed?
Sadly not. It's just
Cool.
underwater breathing. But
Cool.
Rakesh, go ahead and chug your. Which one is it? A normal
It's,
or a?
it's just a 2d4 plus 4.
Right. So go ahead as you heal yourself.
Woo!
11 hit points.
Hey!
Not bad.
It's almost
That
max.
is nearly max. So yeah.
Yep, it's good.
Right. You are okay, and the Spirit Guardians are still surrounding you as they're trying to keep you protected. The creature, sadly, is still able to, with the slow speed, get to you, and it does.
10 feet.
It's able
Yeah.
to reach you. So
Yeah.
it goes and tries to grapple you with its first attack.
Come on. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage
Is that what it says for the?
because of my hex.
Strength check. Correct. That is absolutely correct. All right. So
My God,
Varkesh, the
it's
first
tight.
one it rolls is a 14.
This is...
You have to
It's
roll
an
your
opposed.
athletics.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was to hit.
I know. Don't we all wish it was defaulted that way?
Come on, best blue.
Ugh.
You are
I
grappled.
feel like I jinxed.
No, it doesn't. I've got freedom of movement.
So can he be grappled? Let's see.
You can.
I think
Or
you can.
restrained. Your speed can neither be restrained. So technically, a grapple reduces your speed to 0, and you are restrained. So you cannot be grappled.
Hey.
All right, so no, yeah, it's gonna waste its first one trying to grab you, and you're kind of being like a slippery butter. It's just like you pop right out of its grasp,
like soap.
and it doesn't like that. So instead, it's just going to start raking at you instead.
Right.
Is that still with strength?
I mean,
it's only
a
skill
melee
check.
attack. It's not a check.
Well, yeah, but it says. I think it's. Maybe I was looking at a different spell. Just kidding. I was looking at a different spell. Never mind. Continue. Carry on.
Okay. All right. First attack, 19.
Yes.
This is.
Second attack, natural 20.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
You
Goodbye,
take
health
20
potion.
damage. Please roll for your concentration check. You're
Hey.
fine.
Good.
All right. So that was 2. 3.
The odds are in your favor.
Miss. 4.
Hey.
23.
Just hits.
All right. You take 13 piercing. Roll your con save. You are barely fine. Oh no, actually no, you get advantage because you are a warcaster.
Yep.
5.
No.
Natural 1. That misses entirely as that one just kind of, and you kind of get that little spinning in the water.
Yeah.
8. That's a 2. So no. Again, it's just from the spin. It just goes right by.
Okay, so from 115 HP, I'm now down to 29.
Thank you, by the way, for the follow. Yeah, Valindra, it's your turn. Varkesh is looking like he's being spat at and raked across like a ragdoll.
I will be best blue paste very shortly.
Dodge! Damn it.
Trying to kill my character. Shush.
I will. How close am I to Varkesh?
You are 50 feet.
Even after my 30 feet movement?
Well, if you do the 30 feet, then you're 20 feet from him.
You're about to land on this thing.
Shit. Okay. I will.
Control your fall to land on him.
I mean, she can kind of swim and do a direction if she wanted to.
Wait a minute. It just ended its turn, so it has to make another wisdom save.
It does!
Yes, it
does! It absolutely does! It
Fails!
fails! It so completely fails.
I'll take it. So
Alright,
that's
you
3
deal.
and 17.
Nice!
Nice! Alright.
I'm taking the most damage from it, but I'm actually doing the most damage to it.
Your little guardians have done,
yeah.
nearly 40 damage to this creature.
Oh, more than that,
More
yeah.
than that? Like 50?
Probably like 60.
Holy crap. Alright, these
It's been
little
like 4
guys,
rounds.
They're vicious. Yeah, and I mean, it looks really rough. As your little guys have been doing the damage to it, and they have just been digging out the bones, just kind of snapping them away. Rib cages are missing as they're kind of like... But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna magic missile this bitch.
Oh, well then that automatically hits. Alright, and each hex is for the dart.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll it 3 more times because they adjusted magic missile to be rolled separately for each dart. Oh my K. And alright, that is a guaranteed 3 every time. Good
But
job.
it's 5.
Oh, that's right, because you are a
plus, right?
warlock.
I
You
did
get that
it
boost.
for-
No, it's more than that. It's 6.
If you are casting at a 4th level,
Yeah.
then
That'd be 6.
6. So
Look
1,
at
2,
that
3,
sweet
4,
damage.
5, 6. Ooh, you rolled a max one there. Look at that. A mini
How
and
is it
max.
5? Oh, it's +1.
Yeah, +1. Alright, so each of those gets a hex because they are an individual dart attack.
And here we go. 1,
66.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god, how many
6.
fours is
I had to
that?
have a 1.
2,
I had to have at least one.
4, 5, 6.
Had to
6
have
4s,
it.
24, 26, 31, 34, 30, oh god, 37, 42, 43 damage.
It's
A
nice
nasty combo.
Ayla doing
How do you
some
want to do
damage
this?
now.
Oh my god.
Hey, I keep my 5th level spell.
Okay, I'm just going to channel all the rage inside of me that I have towards the undead, and I'm just going to direct it straight at this thing and rain hellfire and brimstone all down its spine and back and just break it into segments.
Alright, just like a futuristic missile launch, you suddenly see all these darts spread out around you like a weird extension of arms as they come out. And then they start to go towards the creature, and as they get there, they start to spiral, and they start to pick up speed as they torpedo through the water, and each one, as it impacts, you see the sonic blast as the water makes these bubbled explosions, as you see it 6 of these massive bursts break it apart. Spine cut in half. Ribcage flying apart. Arms going away as they were trying to go to Varkesh. And the final one's going to the head as it shatters it into multiple pieces that just drift and settle.
Nice job.
The creature is no more.
Oh no!
Oh, and she died!
Who? What?
Right at the climax!
Kayla just dropped.
Oh.
Okay,
no.
she's back. She's back.
She's back.
Back.
Oh,
I'm back.
dear.
Sorry.
She is now Varkesh, and you are now Smokey Scott.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Alright. For the moment, we will have our players a little bit skewed off, as at the end of tonight, you have successfully taken on the serpent, skeletal, spider, Naga. Congratulations all. You are alive, and Smokey, you are still
Barely.
breathing. So,
I'm just
So is me.
swim to
Sorry.
Varkesh and hand him a potion of healing.
okay,
Aw,
you're just
yeah.
swimming at this point,
Yeah,
because
we'll
right now...
we'll conjoin. Yeah.
That's right. You all return and re-meet at the center, looking down at the body, which is now at the center of the temple. Just
Whatever is in this fucking magic box I found best be worth over the damage that I've just taken.
now you still have your spirit guardians just going.
Yeah,
pounding on
no,
the bones.
I'm just gonna let them sink with all the bones and just let them have at it like they've deserved it.
All right. The
I'm
holy
looting that body.
the holy spirits are making quick work of this undead corpse, gnawing
My
it to
little-
bits.
Celestial piranhas.
Yeah, pretty much. But yes, congratulations all. You survived the last trial in the lake, and there is something waiting for you, which you will find out next week when we come back at the usual time for everyone here. So, from me, your DM, and from...
ooh.
Yes.
You have to remind people what you're going to be away, so
Well, okay, I will be technically away from my home operation. I will still do the DM games. I will still be here. I will be waking up at 4:30 in the morning, so that's how it'll work. But I shall continue with the story, as we will come back at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And of course, anytime you spend with us, you accumulate Hodo points and loyalty points, which you can spend to influence the game, to maybe give Varkesh moments where he might use those inspirations to not die, or also Smokey. But today, Varkesh took the brute blunt.
Oh,
damage.
yeah.
It was nasty.
I
But
did
yeah.
the job of the tank.
But from me, your DM, and from Scott,